Click it back on. All right, so off and on. Let's see if that takes effect. We'll see if it's starting now.
Oh, looks like it's about to start. I'm getting ads now.
We're getting ads.
So
Okay. Okay.
that's
Good.
usually a good
Ads are
sign.
kicking in. I don't know why they. If people are waiting, just put the ads then. Don't put the ads when the show's about to start, because then people miss the intro part of the show. I assume, right? It's not going to be delayed. So yeah, YouTube, shame on you for
Yeah.
cutting people's song, the intro song, because of
Yeah.
ads. So, and that's not
Now,
we can't change the ads. That's all YouTube. They're
if we
forcing
want to
people.
do a rant, I think I've probably ranted about this before, but let's start with the
Go
early
for it.
rant since we're talking
Yeah,
about ads. I was watching
sure.
a movie last night, or a show that my wife. Anyways, we were watching a show on Prime, and I just have Prime because okay, I'll watch some movies on it every once in a while. And not only did they interrupt the show with ads regularly, because I'm not paying their super premium extra ransom rate to avoid all the ads. I'm like, this is like watching TV, like watching a movie on TV. That's annoying. But even then, what I found even more annoying was the fact that somebody called, and to answer the call, I put the movie on hold or on pause. I just paused it, and we were talking on the
I
the
know where
phone,
you're
and I
going.
turned
I
back,
like
and
this.
there was a Taco Bell ad on my screen. I'm like, what the hell? There's an ad popping up just during the hold screen. I'm like, man, they are maximizing their ad. I mean, I guess I
You
got
are
to give
no
them
longer
credit.
safe, Peter.
It is freaking everywhere. They're advertising the heck out of you. And I mean, and I got to appreciate the fact that they're at least leveraging the technology where it's like, when they have an ad now, it's like, click scan this QR code. The Taco Bell had a QR code. It says order now, and it goes right to the Taco Bell whatever their website, I guess, so you can order. Or if it's an Amazon ad, they're like, you just click on the screen there and you can buy the thing. So anyway, so they're really working hard here to try and sell you stuff. But yeah, it was. I'm
Too
just like,
much,
just
man. Too much.
leave me
Too much.
alone. Like,
Yeah.
I hate the fact that you have to pay for the service and then pay more to avoid the ads that they're already getting paid to show you. Like, ugh. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
VPN to all movies.
Angie in chat says, "Remember when commercials were the norm?" Yes, yes, I remember. But, it's different. It's a different world, right? We
I,
didn't pay
you
for a
no, but
streaming service. We paid cable,
but
which was very cheap. You know.
even when you pay, I look. My wife and I went to a movie last night. By the way, we went to a movie called The Invite on Friday. What a weird experience. Anyways, it was interesting. It took a little bit of a turn there. So, anyways, it is like a play in movie form because there's only 4 people in the entire movie, and it takes place in an apartment in one contiguous hour and 45 minutes. So it's just like it's not like a big action thing. It's like literally they're having a dinner party. But
Mm.
anyways, but my wife and I were at a restaurant across the way from. I know somebody that owned the restaurant, so we were just having a good time. We were talking. We looked. We're like, oh shoot, the movie starts like right now. So we said, hey, can we get the last? Because it was like a tapas type meal. So we said, hey, can we get we ordered some fish tacos. Can we get those to go? And they put it in a to go bag. And anyway, so we wander over to the movie theater. We were 10 minutes late for the start time of the movie, and still had to sit through 20 minutes of trailers and
Yeah.
ads, basically. I'm like, that's a half hour of ads in a movie that I just
It's so
freaking
bad.
paid for. Like, stop.
So bad.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they're everywhere. I was like, and we were like rushing over. Oh my god, we're last. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they always have 5-10 minutes of previews. We should be there right in time. No, we could have crawled over and still been there in time. And anyways,
Yeah.
30
You
minutes.
can count for at least 25 minutes of that. 20 to 25 minutes for sure. With kids, it's the worst. With kids, it's the worst.
Yeah.
My son, we're watching. What was it? I forgot the last movie we saw. Might have been Go or Minions. I don't know. But anyways, he was desperate. He's like, "Dad, when does this start? What's taking so long? Like they're ready to go. It's 30 minutes for a kid. It's a long time.
I,
They don't care
no
about ads. They
kidding.
want to see the movie. So there's got to be
Yeah.
two times. There got to be
It,
the show, the starting time, and then the actual start time. Right? People want to
yeah.
show up for the start time. They don't care about your, ads and all of that. But yeah, Peter, it's
I
annoying. It's
I know
annoying.
for next time, if I get a movie, I swear to God, I'm going to show up 20 minutes after whatever the stated start time is next time, because
Watch that movie start on time.
I don't want to sit through all this crap. You can show me about all these
uh,
weird movies. I don't want to. Anyways,
yeah,
never
there
mind.
you
All
go.
right,
Okay.
enough ranting.
uh,
I just ads.
friends. Friends, good morning. Looks like we got YouTube going now. Yes, that is annoying. Eamon is out today, so you have not missed Eamon, for those asking. A very important part of our show. But no, you haven't missed him. He's out with technical issues today.
Yeah.
We were just looking at our
Look at
gappers
his
list
every spot.
before we.
Which way is he?
It's this way. Oh, I got it right. I just aimed that way.
That way. Can we both point at him at the same time? I'm gonna get it wrong. No. I'm
Oh, you
pointing
got
the
it
wrong way.
wrong.
I gotta point that way.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyways.
So we went over our gappers because that's all you missed on X and YouTube. I guess both of them were off. I'm not sure, but you didn't miss much. A gappers list, everything in the red. We're just kind of recapping the day yesterday. I think that's part of Eamon's slides. Eamon was kind enough to put his slides together for us. What a great man he is. And let's go through them. Monday in 60 seconds, Peter. I know you had not had a chance to look at this. While you do, I'll try to get the camera.
I'm going to see it the same time you guys are seeing it, so this will be interesting. Yesterday, what I found was most interesting about yesterday, so remember this time yesterday, we were talking about this market, and we were starting with a gap higher. And as I'm going to keep patting myself on the back and telling you, don't ever assume the direction of the market based on what happens pre-market. Yesterday, once again, proved the case as the market started gapping higher and very quickly demonstrated the fact that it was not feeling healthy, and this market sold off through the open and gave us a big downturn. And Carlos and I were feeling that we fumbled the ball because we really missed some of the big moves down, which was unfortunate. Now, that was driven by a number of things that, again, you'd think they are predictable, except for the fact that they haven't been predictable, right? Oil prices. Oil prices seem to be impacting the market, but not always. There you go. There's our fumble. Not always the way you would expect. And they just keep changing. Look, I went to get gas the other day, and gas prices. This is crazy. Like I live here in Canada, so gas prices were up at $1.90 a liter. So keep that in mind. So whatever that is, it's like $4.50 a gallon or something. Anyways, but $1.90 a liter. And all over the weekend, when is it that I saw the gas prices? I think it was like Saturday. They were at $1.60, and there was a lineup at the gas pump. And I'm like, what the fact that we're lining up for gas at that price, like $1 is cheap. $1.60 is the price we used to complain about. How quickly we adjust, and people are like, that's cheap, I better get in line. I'm willing to sit in line and idle my car just to get gas at the cheap rate of $1.60. I'm like, what's wrong with you people, man? And now I have to admit, I'm not price sensitive, so I refuse to wait. And if there's a line, I'm out of there. I will not wait. But anyways, never mind. I guess that's my privilege to do that. But really the big drag yesterday definitely was the tech sector. So we were seeing, again, positive news. We're talking about record earnings pretty much across the board. And yet the sector that's been driving the growth in this market for years now was getting hit hard and getting taken down. Now, almost all. The semis and all of the chip manufacturers were pretty much down yesterday. They were lower. SpaceX hit a new all-time low. We had lots of stuff that was hitting lows, and except for Apple. Apple was the one that was actually once again going the opposite direction of the market. Now, it did reverse some of the gains, but Apple was at all-time highs once again yesterday. It's incredible. The Apple, and what have they done recently to warrant this type of increased valuation? I honestly can't point to it. I mean, I don't. They haven't demonstrated any leadership in AI. They don't have really any new products that are sweeping the globe. They're a healthy company. I honestly think almost because they are not involved in the AI sort of debacle directly. Indirectly, of course, they have to play and they have to show offerings. But I feel like they're sort of mailing it in. Does it feel that to you? Anybody? Like many people have iPhones here. I don't feel that they're doing anything extra special. I don't feel like they're showing us some great upgrades or they're just sort of we're here. We got lots of cash. You guys keep buying our devices at our overinflated prices. Thank you so much. for all of your money. And and the market loves that type of stuff, doesn't it? I mean, that's a stockbroker's dream, right? A company that can just demand a premium despite doing nothing new. Low risk, high return. Awesome. So there you
Amazing.
go. Apple back into the top spot as the world's most valuable company, taking it back over from NVIDIA, by the way. And so, hey, here we go. In any
Yep.
event, sorry. So that's more than 60 seconds, but I'm in a ranty mood today. Can you tell? All right. So there you go. Now, what should we expect for today? Well, I think today is going to be an interesting day. We are edging ever closer to the Fed meeting, as I said here. We got a couple of economic data points. We'll talk about those in a second. We also have a number of earnings that I'm going to talk to you about, right? A whole bunch of stuff that's coming out. We've got, as is stated here, PayPal, Coca-Cola, UPS, Boeing, Corning that I'm also tracking. Remember, Corning is actually, I find it tough. Like Corning, when I see Corning, I think of like the Corningware glass dishes that my mom used to cook in. I don't think of them as a fiber optics AI data center play, but that's really what they are these days. So, anyways, but we'll talk about those when they come, and then after the close, we will continue with more earnings that are not going to come into play today. By the way, don't try and trade. Well, my advice would be don't try and trade Visa or Ford over the course of the day. They're not likely to do much of interest today. So, and then we've got some semis, as you can see here after the close, but they're not the major ones that we typically watch. So they might be interesting, but I don't think it's going to do much for the market, right? Like, what have we seen? Intel didn't do much for the market. So, all of these, right? Seagate, KLA, Teradyne. Love that name, by the way. Take over the world. The robots are coming. They could blow the doors off the numbers like so many other companies have, and I don't think the market's going to care. It's just going to keep doing its usual thing, right? Like, again, we should be in a bull market based on these earnings, and we're not. So who knows what to expect? All right, so that's what we got. Let's take a look at what's actually on the gappers list. We'll go through those, and then I said we'll talk about the earnings that haven't yet made the list.
Hey, Peter, share your screen. I could bring that up.
Oh
You
yeah.
have a you do want to show economic calendar, or you kind of covered already?
Yeah,
Anything for now?
I didn't have it going on here, but we can do that too. I'll do that over. Oh, it's gonna log me out of. No, anyways, I'll just talk about the things that are moving in the economic
Yep,
calendar.
I
Here's
got
the,
it.
oh, sorry. Okay,
Yep, I
you
can
got
see
it.
it now.
Okay, good. So here's the economic calendar, guys. Again, we've got 8:15. We had the ADP employment, no real change there. We've got retail inventories and the trade goods balance coming up at 8:30. 9 o'clock. We've got some S&P data, but I'm not really worried about that. It's not going to have much of a market impact. Maybe at 10, the consumer confidence number might cause the market to pay attention, but don't count on it. Just since we're doing economic events, by the way. Well, or maybe this is more of a social calendar thing, but let's digress for a second. Guys, did you know? I just learned this morning. It's Shark Week. Come on, everybody likes Shark Week. I didn't even realize, Carlos. We're day 3 apparently into Shark Week because it started on
Did not know
Sunday.
that.
No.
Ah, there
I
we
mean,
go. Did not know that. Yeah. We love
remember when
Shark Week.
Shark
We used to play all these
remember when
shark movies.
Yeah, Shark Week was a big thing. You got to watch Sharknado, one of the Sharknados on Shark Week, just because it's such an absurd movie. It's so very entertaining. If you've never seen Sharknado, by the way, hold on. Turkey in the chat room is saying, "What is Shark Week? What is Shark Week?" Oh my goodness, you don't know what Shark Week is? Anyways, Shark Week, it's really just a cultural thing where it was started by what was it started by? Which channel? It was the Nature
Was it a
Channel?
Nature Channel? Was it? Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot
something like that. Anyways,
What's the Nature
it was a
Channel?
Nature
I guess it
Channel.
is the Nature Channel.
I
It's
think
a
it's
name
the
for
Nature
it.
Channel. Is that what it was called? Discovery Channel.
Yes, there it is.
Thank you.
Ben
Thank
is
you.
on
It's
it.
the Discovery Channel. It was a TV network, the Discovery Channel, that started. They coined the Shark Week phrase, and they started putting on a lot of sort of shark documentaries and movies and stuff, and it became a cultural phenomenon. So Shark Week is now in something like its 38th year, I think. So it's been going on for a lot longer than most of us know, and but I mean I think it's really only in the last. I don't know. I would say in the last 15 or 20 years that it's been a big thing. So, yeah, I just Shark Week is one of those you look forward to watching all sorts of crazy shark movies and shark documentaries. And then again, they created these Sharknado movies, and there's like 6 of them or something out there. I don't know how many, but anyway, they're all absolutely ridiculous, but very entertaining. So, anyways, so there you go, Shark Week. Welcome to Shark Week, everybody.
There you go, friends. All right, let's get to it, guys. Gappers, this brought to you by tradingterminal.com. You can always head over there and find tools just like this one, scanners, market atlas, replay, simulator. I mean, you name it. And it's also the host of our funded account as well. All right, so a couple of things in the green, but mainly everything in the red. And question in the chat is, why are semis dropping? Are they going to come back up? So question from one of our viewers here. Who knows? I don't know if they're going to come back up, but right now they are sure feeling the weakness, and we'll get into all that once we get to the gap down. But on the gap side of things, let's look at DFNS. It's one leading the way this morning. Look at it go here. It is, hold on, let me make sure I got both charts updated. Here it is. It is up 60%. This started going yesterday. If you guys remember, it popped up yesterday. The name is T3 Defense. Defense, and yeah, here we are, Peter, continuing the madness, up 60%, looking to go higher this morning.
And it really, like, I don't see the justification for this. I mean, it might partially be a short squeeze. They did have a short float around 15 to 18%, depending on which numbers you look at. So that could be the cause of the problem, right? It just started yesterday. I mean, they had a little bit of news that they had this 13D filing disclosure, but that, companies just file these things all the time, which is not really a big deal. Remember, they also had last week or 2 weeks ago, they had this 1 for 125 reverse split. So remember, this was like a 5-cent stock just a week ago or whenever, like pre-split. So I think they're just sort of lucky. They got caught in a momentum swing and have just gone crazy. So this is not really a $20 stock. This is a 5-cent stock that's rebranded itself. So it's just one of those things. Yeah.
So be careful, guys. Low flow stock. Actually, someone mentioned the flow is lower. I have 83, Peter. What do you have in your sources? I have 83 million shares flow. Find it hard to believe this that much. I think it's less.
I see 700,000 shares.
Yeah, that's
which
more likely,
would make sense with how much it's moving, and it might have been 83 million pre-split, right? Because I mean, if you divide that by 125, you still don't quite get to 700. Yeah. Well, no, I guess you would might get close. So,
yeah, you might get pretty close. So that's what maybe the information hasn't trickled down. It's not updated yet there. But next one on here, guys. Again, careful with that one. It's in play, but again, be careful. Another one that's hot today. Moving.
That's about right.
QM is right. The math is mathing.
So that's about right. The math is mathing.
The math is mathing, friends. Good. Next one on here is QMLS, and seems like recent IPO, Cumulus AI. Boy, more AI stuff. And this one is opened up just a few days ago, 716. Since then has dropped, and today we're seeing some kind of action out of it. It is up 22%. So Peter, in play this morning, some volume. Actually, not that much volume, only 411,000. So it did not take a lot to get this going up today. Again, first time I think we're seeing this one, right? QMLS, recent IPO.
Yes. Yeah. Is it recent IPO? I haven't seen it, but they have some very good news because they get to use one of the biggest names in the industry today. Oh yeah, it is a very recent IPO. Look at that. We only have about 10 days worth of trading going on. They just signed a deal with NVIDIA. It's not a huge deal. It's a $71.9 million deal, but it's huge for them. And the fact that it's with NVIDIA is the type of thing that the market loves to see. So they've got, they're going to be able to expand their business offerings by dealing with NVIDIA. And when you deal with NVIDIA directly and sign a deal with them, that means other people also want to deal with you. So yeah, they're having a good moment. And I mean, I guess we could potentially trade it. I don't know. It looks okay, but not fantastic. We only have about 500,000 shares traded so far, so I'm gonna put it on waivers for the moment. It's a maybe, but I'm not yet convinced.
Yeah, be careful on this one, guys. We need more information on it for sure. PMN, wow, a lot of things moving up high today. PMN, although not exciting, not a whole lot of volume. It is up 23%, but low flow, 6.7 million shares flow is what I'm showing here daily. A little bit messy, very light volume. Like there's no days here above 1 million shares traded throughout the entire day. So yeah, I'm not interested in this at all. Promise Neuroscience is the name of the ticker. Yeah, I don't think this is tradable. Hitting our numbers, but won't be on the list.
They have very promising results in a phase 1B. So that's a very early phase, but a drug for Alzheimer's. So I wish them all, all the success, because Alzheimer's is probably one of the most terrifying diseases out there for me anyways. Anyway, so yes, if they can help cure it, then let's go, make it happen. But that's why the stock is moving. You know what? Consider these all low floats. Every time one of these biotechs has positive drug trial news, it's hit or miss. Like often the move happens pre-market, and then you get nothing when the market opens. Or they could go gangbusters. You just never know.
Yeah. Not our thing, really. We'll continue here with the gap up list. 3 minutes before engineering the market. So let's do this. Let's stop here. Some of these don't look all that exciting, but I want to get to whatever Eamon has next so the chat room can get it, and then we can continue here with Jerry. So let's go to our feature story, Peter. And I think this is one that we are pretty familiar with. A lot of the stuff we're seeing for the first time because our good buddy Eamon put it together for us. But it is talking about NVIDIA. And you kind of mentioned a little bit about NVIDIA and how big they are and partnering with people and all this and that. But today our feature story includes, I guess, the queen of the market, man, NVIDIA, the darling of the market.
Yeah. Well, it has been the market darling for quite a long time. Like we mentioned earlier, Apple just took the crown as the king, I guess, in charge of as the biggest company, publicly traded company. But it's one of these. It's one of these situations where as Eamon points out, when we've been sort of talking about this, we were joking about it a while back and haven't talked about it in at least a month or two, where AI, like a lot of companies, we're starting to provide loan guarantees and support to some of the purchasers of their chips. Now, this makes me very nervous because I used to be an employee of Nortel. Anybody remember the company Nortel? I mean, I certainly do. It was the biggest company in Canada. It was worth a third of the entire stock market valuation of the Canadian stock market at one point. In my city here in Ottawa, where we have about 1 million people, they were the largest employer, and we have the federal government here. They had over 53 buildings, and I think employed something like 160,000 people in the city alone. Some crazy numbers, whatever it was. But their downfall was caused by the fact that they were basically providing loans to their own clients to buy their product and booking the sale and the loan, and basically started double counting their own sales. Now, I'm not suggesting that NVIDIA is doing that. However, the fact that they're willing to provide financing to their clients does provide a double risk to a company, right? Because you bear all the cost of manufacturing, producing, and distributing the product, and then the risk of collecting on the loan. And if the company goes bankrupt, defaults, or whatever the situation may be, you now have all of that cost, right? You've got a bad debt on the books, and you're out all of the money. The sales basically have to be reversed. So I don't know financially how they're treating it, but it is a good note that the market is starting to be aware of this and is concerned about the practice, because we've seen dangers of companies getting in trouble in the past. And Nortel is by no means the only company that's had bad practices and financially engineered their way into destruction. We don't want to see NVIDIA or any other of the chip companies do that. Now, while things are booming, you can do this, right? And it's great, and there's not usually an issue because any bad debt gets written off with increased sales. However, if the market starts to falter, which is what happened back in the telecom boom, right, when suddenly sales started to diminish, you get into trouble, and then you start getting a little more desperate as an organization to try and keep your numbers up, and even very healthy and profitable companies can get taken down. So it's a good thing to be aware of. Again, it's one of these things that the market, if it's starting to pay attention to this, could start to wonder, right, and dig deeper into the finances of all the chip manufacturers in terms of how are they managing their growth, what are they looking to do, what's going to happen when the growth finally tapers off, which eventually we have to hit some sort of platform or sort of plateau where we can't keep growing in chip sales forever. So we'll see how the market treats it. As we can see over the last couple of days, we are starting to see a little bit of pullback. But even more than that, just look at the daily chart for any of the semis. We have not really made any appreciable growth direction, I would argue, since about this time last year. So while we've sort of pushed to new highs, it wasn't very aggressive, certainly not like what we've seen in past years. And the last year has been, for the most part, a sideways type of price action. And that's a risk signal for the entire sector. So we'll see what happens. That being said, we did have my alarm go, and we do have some economic data that came out. Like I mentioned, the retail inventories came out. It was down 0.2%, and the goods trade balance was pretty much on target, a little bit lower than expected. It's always a negative, by the way. This means this sort of measures imports versus exports just differently than there's another measure, I guess, that does import-export balance, and it shows that the good trade balance is negative 101.5, which means the U.S. is a net importer. We already know that, so nothing exceptional here. That's sort of in the range. As you can see, the previous number was negative 105, so we're actually better than that, but worse than the forecast. So yeah, I don't no big whoop. And I think the market agrees, as I'm not seeing the SPY or the Qs react to that market data at all.
All right, there you go, friends. Friends, Engineering the Market starts now with Jerry and Chaff. If you want to join them over on X and YouTube, head over to bevertrace.com and you can see how to join Jerry with Engineering the Markets every morning at 8:30 a.m. So we'll let you guys to it, and we'll see you guys a little bit later. All right, let's continue here, friends. We're kind of finishing off our gap up list. Thank you, Peter, for all that information. And yeah, not a whole lot that looks great here, Peter. So I'm just going to go to you, see if you like anything. I do see JD is on here. I'm not sure if anything's happening with some of the Chinese tickers, but for the most part, not an exciting list. I think a lot of the fun stuff is going to be on the gap down this morning.
Sorry, I was just answering a statement there. Yeah, we got so much stuff on the gap down. We're going to have a lot to cover. A couple things maybe, Carlos, I could just talk about on the gap up, because we did have some earnings, and they're gapping up, but they wouldn't have made our list because they're either not gapping up enough or they don't have enough volume. So we'll start with PayPal. It was one of the bigger movers anyways. It's up 1.7%. They had great numbers. Actually, a little surprising to me that they had such good numbers. Delivering $8.68 billion in revenue and over-delivering by 10 cents a share on their earnings at $1.38. So pretty good news out of PayPal, and that's why they're gapping up. They also increased their outlook to $5.3 billion, if I remember, something like that, for the full year. So they're saying, hey, look, things are good. We think that we're going to be able to hold on to these gains and make it a good year. So PayPal is gapping up. It's it gets volume, it just doesn't get movement, so it's a tough one to trade. I'm looking here, the ATR is under $2 on this, so it doesn't have a huge range, but it's reasonably priced at about $56 right now. So closed yesterday. Yeah, so I mean, it's tradable, but not all that exciting. Boeing, Carlos, I know you like airlines, so this is airline manufacturing, of course, but Boeing had earnings this morning. They actually beat on revenue, but missed quite heavily on their bottom line. So their profitability, they were expected to lose 34 cents in the quarter. They actually lost 76 cents. So that's like 2.5 times what they said they were going to do. And that's a little problematic. So I'm surprised to see them gapping up. But Boeing is like one of those stocks where it doesn't seem to matter what their earnings are. The stock just does what it's going to do. Like, it really doesn't seem to matter.
Like a damn octopus,
but anyways,
thing.
Yeah. There's always an excuse being made, or always a reason. In this case, the reason why that loss, by the way, was so big is they had to record a $280 million charge in the quarter for a delayed Air Force One replacement program. So you can imagine Boeing, right? They were on track to do a replacement for Air Force One, But President Trump went and sourced his own plane, if you remember, from Qatar, and that caused Boeing a little bit of problems. So, anyways, they had to take a loss in the quarter for that. There was another airline, JetBlue, not one of the major airlines we track, but they also had earnings this morning, and they met revenue almost exactly, and did a little bit better than expected. They were
What's the
expected to lose
ticker
70
for JetBlue? JBU?
JBlue, JBLU.
JBLU. Okay, there we go. Got it.
Yeah, JetBlue. Anyway, so yeah, they lost less money than they expected by 4 cents, which is surprising with with the fuel prices being where they're at. I guess they managed to catch some breaks, and they lost a little bit less. So they're also gapping higher. Two last ones I'll just mention so that you're aware of them. United Parcel Service, UPS, beat top and bottom line. So package delivery, which used to be I don't know. It was a little rocky for a while there, but it looks like it's going well again. They beat their numbers. They increased their guidance. Life is good over at UPS for the time being until they have to face maybe some of their retirement superannuation costs. But in any event, UPS is doing okay in this quarter. And last but not least, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, the sugar water and water. I think they actually sell more water than sugar water. But anyways, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Their bottled liquids are doing very well as they beat their numbers, top and bottom line, and they actually raised their guidance. So it always seems to be good times being in the drink market. Which look, I mean, it doesn't matter. Coke, Pepsi, and then Red Bull, right? They're the three big powerhouses in the bottled liquid world. And yeah, it's they always seem to make money. I have to admit, it's a little puzzling to me. I do not buy bottled water, and I don't buy soda, so I just don't. It's not. But then again, I don't buy coffee, and I don't buy beer either. So, Carlos, I know, like I'm one of the very rare people that the four, I would even say, largest, most drunk things in the world, right? The bottled water, soda pop, coffee, tea, well, maybe five, and beer. I don't drink any of those. I drink water from the tap. It's good enough for me. And I drink whiskey. I said I just stick to the 3 W's. It keeps me healthy. Water, whiskey, and wine. That's all you need.
That's all you need, my friends. You heard it here from Peter first. But again, how much of this stuff is being thrown out? I'll give you an example. When we go to Chick-fil-A, the meals, they come with this large soda. Peter, I drink a quarter of it, if that. I'm literally throwing out 80% of the soda. All of us, like we all get it. Me and my wife, the kids, I get them apple juice or whatever. But we throw out the entire cup. So, and if we go to any fast food restaurant, we're throwing that. We take a little bit of sip, maybe a quarter of what the cup brings. We throw out the rest. But it's funny if you try to order without the soda, it just becomes weird. Like it just becomes very difficult. It's easy to say, give me this, that. The meal comes with the fries, comes with the soda. If you try to go around the process, it just becomes this thing.
I do that. I do that a lot too, where I will go and if I ever go to a restaurant, like a fast food place and buy a meal, I just get the meal, because the difference between the meal and the no meal price is often it's like 10 to 30 cents. I swear to God, like I've done the pricing so many times, and I'm like, look, for 10 cents, I'll take the cup, and as long as it's one I fill myself, and I'll just use the water thing, and I just get water out of the. If
you try to go separate, if you try to order it separately, it'll end up being more, right? or again, crazy. You're probably going to waste more time ordering separate than the 30 cents that it costs more to get the entire meal. You're wasting more time, and time is valuable, guys. Get the number 7 and move on. Stop holding up the line, costing McDonald's or Burger King or Chick-fil-A money.
Carlos, watch it. You want 2 number 2s and a number 7. Next,
2 apple pies, and the kids love the fries and the nuggets. Let's get out of here. That's it. You start here. Yeah, let me get
Carlos,
the nuggets.
If I showed up in front of you and I'd like a small fries, and can I get the burger but with no mustard?
Oh my goodness!
I'd like to get the chicken
I'm ordering from
burger,
the kiosk. I'm ordering from the kiosk. My order will be ready before yours. I guarantee you that. Right. I'm going to the drive-thru and bring it into the restaurant and sit down. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. Friends, Let's go to the gap down where all the fun stuff is at. This list brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. Good morning, Andrews in chat saying howdy. Andrew was up late yesterday, and I know that because he texted late yesterday. I'm like, Andrew, like 2 in the morning. Now, what was up?
Well,
I doing up at 2 in the morning?
Two
I
in the
couldn't
morning,
sleep.
your time.
My time. Actually, that's pretty early for him. Actually, yeah.
I woke up this morning, Carlos, too, around that time. It was around
2 a.m. I was up, man.
Yeah. I could have sworn like it was time to get up. You know when you wake up and you're like, oh,
Dude,
it must be morning.
That's scary. Because
and I looked
same
at the clock
thing.
and I'm like, 2:30. What the hell? Like it's still
something in
really
the air.
late. But it was actually, I honestly think it really was in the air because thunderstorms were coming in. And it was one of those where, did you ever used to do the thing when a kid where you see the lightning and then you count and the number of seconds?
Always. I still doing that
the
for some
number of
reason.
seconds.
How far it is. How many
how
miles
far
it is. Yeah.
Right? Exactly. So, I mean, it's only a rough approximation. But I was doing that last night because there was lightning, and I think it was the lightning that woke me up. I'm not sure. Or it really felt there was like electricity in the air in my house, and the windows were closed. It was sort of weird. And then, but the storm was still like way off. And so, yeah, I was awake for a good 45 minutes just watching the lightning flash across the sky and eventually fell back asleep. But I don't know. There's something in the air, Carlos. We were having the same experience.
I was ready to like go downstairs and start the morning prep for the kids, and it's like it's 2:00 in the morning. I see a message come in from Andrew. Roboski, fries are the best part of the whole thing. I'll leave everything else before the fries. The fries is what you go for to these places. So yeah, I'm not leaving the fries.
Is somebody talking against fries?
Yeah, he's like, sit in the table, order from the mobile app, and leave out the fries and drink much cheaper. Yeah, because the fries is what you pay for. You know, I'm sure if you can get the number without the soda, people will get it without the soda. You know, because the fries is what.
Even so, I have to admit, Carlos, like I'm going to talk in Canadian numbers again, but there's times where I've gone and I've done just that. Or like, I'm just going to get the burger. And I have to admit, at least buying, when you buy a combo meal, at least in your brain, you're like, I'm getting a meal. It's like $15. I'm like, $15? That's ridiculous. What, that's crazy. And I get angry, but I pay the $15. I find it even worse if I just buy the burger. Like if you go to McDonald's and get a quarter pounder or a double quarter, is usually, something like that. Anyways, and it's $12. Like I'm paying $12 for a quarter pounder. That's like that. No way. That is not worth that.
It's not.
On. Anyways,
it's really not.
The world we're in.
But Peter, looks like you're not buying enough because McDonald's is not it's not doing well ever since the beginning of this year. So we're definitely not ordering enough. Well, they're down quite a bit.
I don't go very often, but I probably will tonight. Because I'll be on the road. I mean, I'm driving.
That's the only time I go when I'm on the road.
As soon as after the market closes, I'll be in the chat room until the market closes, and then I'm jumping in the car, and because it'll be like almost 11 by the time I get there. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Fries, nope. Yeah, don't eat fried stuff. I did pretty good my first 40 years of my life. I took care of my body really well. No, I didn't drink when I was young. I didn't smoke when I was young. Now it's only 40 left, and trust me, I'm going all in. So, fries, you bring it. I am not saving this casket body for anybody else. I don't think nobody's going to use it. So, I'm going all in, man. Let's enjoy life. Again, everything in moderation, of course. Our AAPL is next, and they're down at 20% here, 3.5 million shares traded. And as you can see here, not looking so high. Very, very little activity in the pre-market. 3.5 million shares traded at the moment. But again, nothing crazy to go home and talk about to your mother. But yeah, Peter, doesn't look good. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they had some. So they have to produce some briefing docs to the FDA whenever you do a drug trial, and their latest set of briefing docs weren't that positive. They basically questioned. They brought questions into the efficiency of one of their primary drugs, RP1, and that's what's got the stock dropping. So if your signature or your key, your namesake drug is not meeting its endpoint, that's always bad news for a biotech, and that's why we're seeing it drop so heavily.
There you go, guys. Doesn't look good. Also, borderline. It is 62 million shares flow if this information is up to date. But again, it just doesn't look good. GLW, we've seen this before on our list, is back on here this morning. It is down. Wow, GLW Corning Incorporated down 17%, 2.3 million shares traded. So there you go, really getting slammed this morning. This thing, we saw it active a couple of, I want to say a week or two ago. Gapping down as well, gapping down some more, Peter. I mean, yeah, they're not having a good time.
Yeah. So, Corning, when I think Corning, I have to admit, I always go to picture this. Here, let's open this one right here. This is what I picture. You guys remember these? I have a set of these. My parents had a set of these. That's what I think of when I think Corning. So, but that's really not what they make money off of these days. Did you have that picture for everybody? Anyways,
Yeah, I got it.
okay, all right.
Are you watching it? Are you watching the stream delay? You might be delayed.
Well, I always have to watch it on YouTube because I can't actually watch it on.
Gotcha.
I can't watch it. Anyways, never mind. Yes,
yeah, gotcha.
But but that's not what they make their money off of. Really, they make their money off of advanced optic products and then some of their medical science stuff. So, and like we were talking about, the chip manufacturing sector has got a lot of questions right now, and unfortunately, that's spilling over to Corning. They had earnings. They beat their numbers. They had a good quarter. They even raised their guidance, but it's not enough. They're just facing a tough market right now, and that market is what is dragging them down. I do find it interesting if you go to Corning's website. So let's call them up here and show you. If you go to Corning's website, maybe they're stuck in the past a little bit, because if that's the first picture you're going to bring up, does that scream advanced technology company to you? Anyways,
no,
I get it,
but it screams longevity a little bit.
But
been around for a while.
Is that what we want?
But that's not the first thing I want to show you. Not the first thing I want to show you.
Is that a company? Is that what I want if I'm thinking high tech investment? That just a company that's been around for a while. Anyways, never mind. That's maybe just me being old and grumpy.
Hey,
so there,
on the last
that
slide,
picture.
On the last slide, you show that they partnered up with Apple. Is that what got them going?
Maybe. I mean, they do have a couple of partnerships. That Apple partnership, by the way, is not a new one. They've been doing that for a while. They're just highlighting it on their website. But yeah, the news today is basically it's just getting taken it down with the rest of the market. So unfortunately, despite their great earnings, it's just coming at a bad time for the market, and GLW is gapping down. I'd like to think that we could trade this. I just don't. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be in play more than usual. I just don't think it's going to necessarily give us a good trading opportunity. It is a NYSE stock, so it trades on the New York Stock Exchange. Oh my goodness, I just realized. Anyways, but so it means you got to wait for that volume. I'm going to put it on my list, Carlos, just for the heck of it.
I think so. Yeah, the volume looks good.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to move. Probably it and PayPal are the two that are most interesting to me for open plays. Coca-Cola might be good a little bit later, but it doesn't usually trade well at the open. So we'll see what happens. But those are the earnings ones.
Yeah, this is normally not something we watch, man, but I do like this pre-market action. 2.3 million shares traded. The daily also gets a lot of movement. Let's see what happens. We'll have it on here. Might not leave it on my main list, but for now, man, it's grabbing my attention, no question. UMC is next, and then we'll hop around a little bit, because then the rest are a lot of our semis on here this morning. A lot of our memory and chip tickers on deck, and everything else. PLTR, I mean, Mara, Bitcoin stuff is on here. Yep.
Pretty much everything on the list is a lot of tech here, right? So you got Novartis. We've got SanDisk, we've got Micron, we got AAOI, all right, Advanced, whatever it is, Electronics, Marvell, Intel. Yeah, it's all the same, right? It's just general concern over the segment. There might be some specific news on one or two of them. I haven't bothered to check them all, but generally, yeah, we're seeing this market move downward. So again, I'm not making any bets though. Because remember, right, this market could do an about face. This is after hours motion, so get ready, right? When the market opens, people could see this as a buying opportunity and push it higher in the short term. So don't get caught right at the open. But be ready. If it gives a good pullback and then a drop, I'm thinking there might be some short plays, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I literally just keep my list from yesterday, Peter. I had
Yeah, pretty
SKHY,
much.
MRVL, Tesla, SpaceX, and Apple, and I think will be in play today. So, gonna be a lot of those on my list.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a lot the same. You mentioned some of the Bitcoin. I was just checking the price of Bitcoin. Hasn't done much. Bitcoin has been just stagnating at the
Been
60s,
quiet. What is it at? 60? Yeah.
63,400 right now. And that's roughly where it's been since the beginning of July. So we've been an entire month pretty much in this exact same range. So, yeah, it's really good. It's remarkably boring. Remember when Bitcoin was like up and down 20% in a day? Now you're lucky if you're getting 3% move. Like it's a little weird. So
Yeah. Um, all right, friends. Let's go to you guys. I mean, you kind of got the idea from me and Peter. Probably going to be usual suspect for the rest of this list. We are adding GLW. I honestly think that it looks very interesting here daily and also pre-market. But let's see what it does at the market open. As we mentioned earlier, New York Stock Exchange ticker. So it can trade a little bit different when it comes to volume. I am going to ask SpaceX. I know we didn't talk about it, but SpaceX has been very interesting to watch here as it continues to make new low. Yesterday's new low was around 108. And let's see how low can it go. Again, we'll see this pre-market right now is down 3.2. It did recover from the lows yesterday. So it had a very nice recovery, kind of a V reversal. So very difficult to take advantage of that play there. But let's see. I'm going to add it to the list as well and see how it goes. But let's go to you guys. Let's see what you guys have this morning, and then we'll try to build a list around that. I see people mentioning AMD. Again, semis, pick your favorite. AMD yesterday also an amazing short opportunity with a lot of these. If you look at MU, AMD, SKHY, I mean, you name it, semis were not having a great day yesterday. Yes, on the plot, SKHY, TTDT, right? Take the damn trade. That was us yesterday. We missed that one, unfortunately. That was such a beautiful 5-minute ORB on SKHY. So, but yeah, AMD, you know what? Out of all of them, it traded very well yesterday. I might put it in a secondary. I think it's worth looking at. I know Peter watches this one all the time. There's usually better opportunities than AMD lately, but it's definitely in play.
Yeah. And SpaceX, like you mentioned, is also interesting just because it's got some stuff coming up right next week. We have its first ever earnings that it's going to be coming up on August the 4th. And then there is the first big tranche of lockup releases happened. So for people not familiar with lockups, when you have an IPO, there's typically a period at which you can't trade the stock, right? You have to hold it for a period of time so that if it gaps hard at the open, like SpaceX did, you can't just jump out immediately, which would cause a run on it. But when they have to release the stocks eventually, the first lockup release, I think, is on the 6th. And that means that there could be some people heading for the exits, which could further fuel the drop. But we'll see what happens. I honestly don't
think
think
so.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think that's going to cause a big drop because if you bought, and at this point, you're probably just going to hold. You're probably just saying, I'm going to do this long term, and you're committed. I think the earnings is going to be more important because earnings affects those that are just trading it, right? Not those that have decided to invest in it. If you're an investor in SpaceX, hopefully you're not too worried about this move because you're like, I sort of built that into my model. I expected we could see a downturn at some point before this thing, starts to take off. So that would be your hope and your expectation. If you're trading though, this downturn obviously is very concerning because I think they're down something like 13 of the last 16 sessions. So if you count back, that's a lot of down candles. So yeah, SpaceX is not the healthiest of IPOs here after it's open. Looked great the first couple of days. Ever since, it's been a little less effervescent. How about that for a term?
Yeah, like that.
That's in honor of Coca-Cola and their earnings. Less effervescent.
There you go. I like the NVDA also. Very good this morning. Very good yesterday. Let's see how it is this morning. If you look at yesterday's drop, another one. Again, all semis, guys. Just a big, big drop for them. How well they're going to trade today, I'm not sure. But NVIDIA is worth watching, so I definitely will have them on the list. Next on here, friends, IREN is one that I'm not a big fan of IREN, me personally. Yes, they did trade well, but again, you can't give it too much credit. Everything kind of, not everything, most things sold off yesterday. Most things, right? There was a
Yeah.
few things that managed to
Yeah.
go higher or go sideways. Apple being one of them, still green today, up almost 0.5% here, which makes me want to watch them again. They're making a new all-time high, I think, again today, 339, or at least very close to it, because they did 339.57 yesterday, but we're hovering right around there. So it just makes me want to watch these guys. They're doing the opposite of the market, so I think Apple is very interesting. I'm going to add them on the list here. So for IREN, as we go back to that one, not a big fan. Is it in play? Maybe 888,000 shares traded. I personally don't like the price action. Who mentioned this? Joshua. Oh, my good buddy Joshua. Good to see you. But I won't watch it. But again, I know a lot of you guys trade this very well, Peter. Peter, do you trade IREN? Is that one of your
No,
stocks?
I started watching it and keeping an eye on it. Like you said, yesterday it sort of moved with everything else, so it didn't stand out to me. It's not bad. But we gotta wait. Like it wasn't as good as like SKHY, which I thought traded better. I just liked it much better. So to me, SK Hynix was a better trade than IREN, as was
Yeah.
AMD, as was NVIDIA yesterday. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me, yeah, see, there's a lot of people getting a lot of opportunities on IREN. So if you like it, please watch it. SKHY, I do have to watch this one. It was so good and clean yesterday. And it has been nice to us. A few times we traded, has traded very well, very clean. We had back-to-back trades on this last week, which is awesome. They didn't take advantage of it yesterday. And part of it was like, do we short? No, actually, that was SpaceX, I think. But both of them have been trading very well. But man, I was so close to shorting it. It just didn't pull the trigger yesterday. What a shame. But gonna have to make up for that one today, hopefully. All right. I think that kind of does it, guys. I have a lot on my list: GLW, SpaceX, NVIDIA, Apple, SKHY. There's just so much on this gap down list today. You literally can pick a completely different list than I have and still do very well. Intel. I know Intel is going to be in play for a lot of you guys that like this one. And it is. It looks good. 3.9 million shares traded. I am going to add this to my secondary list. I think it is a great stock to trade. I wish I could trade it a little bit better as far as the price action goes and reading it, but
Wait,
Intel is a good one.
on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you just say you think Intel is a good stock to trade? Who are you? Where's the real Carlos?
I know it is a good stock to trade, just not for me, Peter. But it is. You see these
All right.
guys,
Okay.
sending their screenshots and doing all this fancy stuff, and then when I watch it, oh boy, that's when we get the
Yeah.
crappiness on
All
it.
right.
So,
Okay.
man, I got to tell you.
I was worried. I was worried you were replaced by an AI bot or something because that just didn't sound like you for a second. But that you gave some balance. Just tell me how
Yeah.
you feel about mosquitoes again.
Oh boy, let's not. I almost got canceled yesterday. Let's not go there with the
Okay,
mosquitoes.
all right. Well, I
Let's
need
get
to
them
make sure
extinct.
it's you. Okay, there you go. I need to make
Uh,
sure it's the real
if
you.
you
So
if you hear me say, well, they're not that bad, that's when you know I've been taken over by robots. If I ever
well,
say
'cause
mosquitoes are
you
not
told
that
me
bad,
you couldn't get the Chat GPT or you couldn't get the AI tools to say
no,
that they are useless.
I
So
could
I need to
not
ask
get
you:
it to say or agree.
are they useless?
Absolutely,
Okay, then
100%
I know.
useless.
All right, then I know. Then I know
And
it's the real Carlos.
that's
Okay,
it's me. There you
okay,
go.
all right. Gotcha.
Welcome. Who do we have here? Chat Clark. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Good to have you. Good to see you in chat. So thank you for joining the family and get access to a bunch of videos and other stuff in our community. So thank you. Um,
Yeah. Magic Marker is asking, is
yeah,
this mainly large cap focused? I would say, I mean, we
mid to large, right?
primarily trade the large caps. It's not that,
Yeah,
we don't have any problem with the other stocks, but that's more or less where we focus. Now, a lot of the stuff that we trade ends up being, sort of mid cap, I would say, but
yeah,
in large industries like semiconductor stocks, you go to things like, what would you consider Marvell these days, right? Or even a company like SanDisk, right? They're sort of traditional, more mid-market companies, but they've got a lot of attention and they got a lot of trading volume nowadays. So maybe SanDisk isn't a good example; it's just too expensive. But but for the most part, we do trade the large caps, but we take a look at the stuff that other people watch. So we're definitely not low float, small cap traders. That's just not where we focus.
yeah,
So.
yeah. That's what's been happening too. Like some of these mid to large caps, they're trading so well, man. Like you are getting like on Tesla, you got $3 this morning on the pre-market. That's a big move, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive. You take less shares, whatever. But you got $3 on here. Apple's giving you some good moves. So a lot of these things are are moving rather well. I don't remember in the past seeing Apple and these companies give you such a big move, Peter, when we started back in 2018,
Oh
2017.
no,
It could just be
no,
me,
there's
but I don't
no.
remember them giving, oh, $3 on Tesla is normal, $4. Like, I just don't remember that. But again,
Look, no, the market and trading has changed significantly over the last 4 years, especially, I would say, as we've seen this sort of tech boom. Like, if you had a big growth company, your expectation was it was also bringing stability. And I think Nvidia, not alone, but Nvidia, like Tesla and Nvidia, are probably two of the bellwethers that really changed that paradigm, where you get large companies that will gain or lose hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap a day. And that used to, like, that would make the market like terribly nervous historically, right? You don't want one of the big companies gaining or losing hundreds of billions of dollars, right? That would indicate a lack of stability and uncertainty. Not anymore, right? It's not seen that way, and it just shows changing perceptions, and what valuations actually mean, and what stock prices should look like. So yeah, we're taking advantage of a lot more volatility, Carlos, than we ever did before, which has a good side and downside, right? If you're on the right side of it, you love it. If you're on the bad
yeah,
side of it, it can be problematic, which is why, as we preach all the time, it's all about risk management, right? It doesn't really matter how big or small the risk is. If you can manage it effectively, then you can take advantage of these markets. So
yeah. I remember trading MU when it was $30
ah,
and
I
looking for
remember when.
30 cents move.
There you go.
My
I
goodness.
remember when. Yeah, I mean, hey, like I talk about all the time. When AMD first passed, the $12 and then the $17 mark, and I was trading it to the long side, and I was so excited. I got a 50-cent move as it moved through $17, and that was huge because I was taking like a 2 to 5 cent risk on AMD at the time. I loved AMD
Yeah,
because it had such a tight, it had a 1 cent spread, and you could
yeah,
trade it for 2 to 5 cents risk. I mean, that is not AMD of today. I mean, your your
no
your
way.
risk is about 10 times that now. So
Yeah, yep, absolutely. All right, friends, there it is. I like my list. GLW, SpaceX. I got NVIDIA, I got Apple, I got SKHY. And again, there are some other ones too that I wish I can add on here, but it's just there's not enough space. SMCI as well on the list. Let's take a look how that looks. It's got some volume. Pre-market actually not that great. But that one's also on there. CRCL. I mean, there's so much, guys. CRCL also on here as well. Let's see how that looks on the daily. Not so great on the daily. How about PLTR? I mean, there's just so many. PLTR's pre-market action. Actually, I think someone mentioned this earlier. PLTR looks good. This could be a good secondary. It's a great pre-market activity this morning, down 3.3, 1.3 million shares traded. That looks nice. I'm gonna add it on the secondary list here. Just way too many, guys. PLTR does look good. And yeah, let me stop here because I'm just going to keep adding stuff and I just don't have the space. Peter, let's go to the fun fact of the day. And again, we didn't prepare this, but Eamon prepared it for us.
mm,
Someone asked, what does he use to prepare these things? Eamon is using like a combination of iCloud, Claude, whatever it is, and
mhm.
Chat GPT, and it pulls this information for it, that he fact checks it, and he puts his graphics together. I mean, he's using like 3 different AIs to get this slides done. That's nice. Great way to pull information, put it together, get the graphics going. To get this graphics done, Peter, before would have taken hours from someone to do it manually. This is done now in literally seconds. I mean, just awesome.
Yeah. Now,
AI for the win.
I I cannot do this. I cannot do this page justice. So I don't know. The fun fact of the day. I mean, look the today in history. Look at the bottom there. I had no idea that there was a plane, a B-25 bomber that crashed into the Empire State Building. Really? I had no idea that even happened. But apparently it happened. Look at that. So. So there you go. There's your. I'm sure he had some pithy lesson that would teach you why you got to be. History tends to repeat itself. So, but there you go. I don't know the story here, but we can say if you look at top middle memory stocks, like we said, all the chip sector absolutely selling off and selling off hard. And I think we got to be aware of that. And again, don't assume that it's going to continue. We had a big sell off yesterday, and that big down day could mean a little bit of recovery today, or it could mean a continuation. I'm going to be ready either way, hopefully, and looking to take advantage of a trade opportunity as it presents. While we were talking here, I noticed it's 9:05. We did have some economic data. The S&P, this is HPI, so-called composite index, came out. I don't see anything special in that. Came out 0.9% growth on the month-over-month, year-over-year was 1.6%. So again, within range. Whenever numbers come within range, the market generally will just ignore them. So those are just some economic data updates. Remember, the biggest number of the morning that you're likely to see is likely to be this consumer confidence number. Oh, get out of there. This consumer confidence is coming in at 10 a.m. We'll keep an eye on that. Just, if you're in a trade, just know that could have a market impact, positive or negative. So we'll see what happens there. So I'm sure Eamon would have done a much better job, whatever he was looking to make a point on. What he is pointing out, by the way, there are some interesting earnings happening
Yeah.
after the close, and I think that you should be aware of. Like I said, I don't think that today, again, we're not seeing massive ones today after the close, but we may see, so we'll see if these smaller semis do anything. And one that does have earnings, I think we looked at this yesterday, is SK Hynix. We were just talking about that. It's their very first earnings report while listed on the New York Stock Exchange, so or listed in the Americas, I guess, because I don't think it trades on the Nasdaq, right? Yeah, sorry, it's a Nasdaq listing. My bad. But yeah, so they've got earnings tonight coming out, so that could be interesting, as it's the first time they've had earnings as a publicly listed company in the U.S. So
Yep. There you go. That is good enough for me, man. Pretty good.
Okay. Good.
All right. All right, friends. Let's look at our Bearable Traders and see what we got going on. I see many people with their watch list together already here. Andrew's got a nice little note there. So we'll see what that's entails in a second. But before we do that, let's head over to bearabletraders.com, where you can find what's happening here in our community. Head over to webinars, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see our schedule for the entire week. Today we're going to focus on Tuesday. Had a great onboarding class last night. If you missed it, we do it again on Monday coming up. So make sure to join us there. But Peter, let us know what's happening and how people can join.
Right. So today we're just going to focus on our signature event for the evening, which is today is all about strategy and trade book. So it helps you understand what strategies, and it's always good to investigate new strategies, right? Even if you know what you're trading, look at what other people are trading. Why do they trade that? Why do they look at the markets that way? And it's a good way to sort of broaden your mind. Always be learning. Right, always be trying to gather new information, and tonight is an opportunity to do just that with Lenny. Lenny's going to talk about the opening range break setup. So he trades it in his own way, and it's good to understand how he does that. He's going to be leading the webinar at 8 p.m. in the webinar room for all of our elite members. So if you want to join him there, hopefully you will if you're already an elite member, and if you're not part of the Bearable Trading community, then you should consider being part of the Bearable Trading community. You could do that by going to bearabletraders.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the intro page, and you can see the different membership options. They're there. Pick the one you like. And while maybe before you do that, while you're here with us, don't forget to do the thing that Carlos always forgets to do. Click the thumbs up. Be a happy and good participant. Look at him. I can see his little eyes. He's like, oh shoot, I got to do it again. Here I go. Let me click it. And he doesn't even have to say anything. You're on mute. There you go. Okay.
I hit it. All right, I did hit the like button, friends. You know what? Let's get to 500 today. I would love to give away a free funded account.
Oh, let's give something away.
Let's do it, man. 500 likes. We open up that giveaway. We got 737 people watching right now, so we can easily get to at least 300. And then by 9:30, we'll gather a few more people to kind of trip over this button, and you can get this like going. All right, excellent. We are good to go, Peter. I guess do some levels. Anything else we might have missed?
No, I think we're on track. We're just having one of those days where, everything's moving in the same direction, so we don't have a lot of individual things to talk about, which usually puts us ahead of schedule a little bit. Plus, we don't have Eamon giving the detailed reports, so.
Yes, amen, amen, amen. All right, here we go, friends. Let's get some levels in place. Here's my watch list. We'll start with GLW, and again, just very active this morning, down 15%, 3.1 million shares traded. Normally we don't have this on deck, but I think today looks great. So I'm gonna put it on here. Farla, where you been, man? I changed my chair a long time ago, but yeah, people were getting OCD with the red tearing from the back. I still got the chair. I mean, I started my trading with that chair, so it feels like there's some sentimental value on it. But yeah, man, I changed the chair a long time ago. Now, which chair I'm using? That's a
Well,
whole different story.
yeah. Change the chair. Yeah, anyways.
Yes, let's move on to levels. It's more
All
important,
right.
Peter. Levels,
All
all
right.
right?
We'll let you go today.
GLW. I'm going to mute Peter somehow. I'm going to mute Peter here.
That's
GLW 116.79 is the low of the pre-market here, 116.66 actually. And you can see the high of the pre-market is all the way up here near the previous day close. So we don't got to worry about that. We got the low from yesterday in here as well. So that has some areas for us before we get to the high and the previous day close. Let's go to the left. And to the left is going to take us to March and March-April timeframe. We do have some daily levels here. I'm trying to pick one that has a lot of touches. Right over here, guys, 139.73 is good. Big level over at 129.20. And then towards the bottom, below the low of the pre-market, we do see another okay daily level. Not the greatest, 106.23. I missed one here. Actually, it's another good one. Actually, probably better than the one I just marked, 111.76. So got a couple of levels there going back towards the beginning of the year. And you can see that surrounding the price action towards the top and the bottom this morning as GLW. Again, just a beautiful pre-market activity. Tons of volume, down 16%. I hope that continues into the market open, that we can get some great trading out of it. SpaceX is next. And again, how low can it go? We did a new low yesterday. Today, the low is over at 108.80. So just above the lows from yesterday. And if we go over, actually, we can't go over to the left because there's nothing else over here, right? That is all you have. And the pre-market high is also hitting almost to the penny, the low from 2 days ago, right? So don't got to worry about that. That's also marked there for you. So you're all set as SpaceX goes. Tons of volume, 2.2 million shares traded, and just continues to feel the weakness as it sells off here. So SpaceX, a good one. Let's see how it does here after the bell rings. So we have short for SpaceX. We do. How much? Not that much. Starting to run out a little bit. Only 700,000 shares for sure with Interactive Brokers. So we're starting to kind of dwindle down here.
Get them now while inventory lasts.
Yeah. There we go. So we'll see how that looks a little bit later. Next we have is NVIDIA, our good buddy. Again, semis yesterday, just taking it on the chin, guys. Big drop for all of them. Look at NVIDIA's daily candle here. What a sell-off. And today gapping down some more. But it has recovered. Like the pre-market low is 193.19. We're up at 195.23. So a little bit of recovery from the session's low. Below that, we do have an area at 191.14. Then below that, 189.84. So a couple of nice daily levels down here, just in case we continue lower. Within above the previous day close, we do have some areas as well that I think is worth marking down. Actually, it's one right here, 198.11. Look at how much touches we have there. So I think that's worth noting down. And then above that, we do have an area around 199.79. Might actually be 200. Like if you look at this area, might actually be at the $200 mark. That's also going to be obviously a whole dollar number, psychological number for in some cases that can act as support and resistance. So NVIDIA looks good this morning. Pre-market action, not so great. Daily looks awesome. Pre-market action, it's okay, but the volume is there with 4.4 million shares traded. Let's look at Apple. All-time highs, I think, being broken this morning, guys. 339.86. So again, just is finding a way to leave everyone in the tech world behind, and it's just doing its own thing. So again, Apple crushing it here. I think they have some upgrades and announcements on their new AI, right? So maybe that's been well received here. I mean, that's going to do well. Everybody uses their phones that can have an AI built in. I think that's going to help a lot. So Apple is doing well there. I'm not sure if that's driving them. I don't know what's driving them higher actually to maintain here. Besides, these guys know how to make money, right? They know how to make money. They know how to sell you very well, and it seems to be working for them. So highs and lows of the last two trade days, doing a great job on the daily. I don't think you really need to add anything else. I just added the high of the pre-market. Other than that, you're pretty set, 329.28, just in case we lose some of these levels. But again, looking pretty good for Apple at the moment. Last but not least is going to be SKHY. Too many letters there. There we go. SKHY. And this one, great trading on it yesterday. This is the one that kind of me and Peter missed for sure. There was a few that we missed. This was one of them. But let's see what it does today. Low of the pre-market, 133.77. The high is pretty much of yesterday's low, so you don't got to worry too much on there. And again, a new IPO, so there's nothing below this 133.77, right? Below here, you don't have any levels. Everything is towards the top. So the highs and lows of the last two trade days are doing a good job covering everything. The one level I see that they kind of missed is it's not a great level. It's only really 1 day hitting it. You know, you don't have a lot of data. Obviously, we're only like, 14 days of trading at 150.06. And then you have another one on here, 145.60. Again, not big levels because there's nothing else hitting it, right? I think what makes a level great is when you have a lot more wicks hitting on that level. You don't have that here because you don't have a lot of data to go on, right? But SKHY has proven to be an amazing trader. Yesterday he traded very well. Look at the yesterday's intraday action, just beautiful. And we'll see if that continues today. 3.2 million shares traded, down 4%. Let's see where the action takes us this morning on SKHY and the rest of this gappers list. Peter, what is our team watching? I see Andrew's ready to go in chat as he's preparing for the market open. Anybody else with their list as well?
I might not have been listening completely. Did I hear you say it's a great day when you get hit on? Is that what? Oh, or when a...
I did not say that, but
Okay.
Did I say that? You know, I say some weird stuff sometimes. I didn't. Okay.
I'm just messing with you now.
All right, good.
I got you wondering what you're saying all the time. So, you say
man.
It's good when a stock can hit on levels. That's a good day.
Yeah, I did say.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, just messing with you. Yes. Andrew, he's got his list. Interesting. He says there's a bloodbath in South Korea equity markets this morning. So he said all the semiconductor memory stocks are under selling pressure. We talked about that. He's absolutely correct. So he's going to be watching Micron, SanDisk, NVIDIA, AMD, SpaceX, and PLTR. And as he points out, he's already long actually a position in Microsoft. So getting some early trading done. Well, I mean, I guess basically I know he sold some puts, so he basically took a long position in Microsoft through some a reverse option trade a long time ago. So maybe I think that's what he's probably referring to. Eamon has also got his list. He's going to be looking at American Airlines and maybe AMD. There's a lot of the same stuff that we've just been talking about that's going to be on my list. I'm going to be watching the usuals with AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, I think I have to keep on my list. And then some of the newer stuff like SpaceX, SK Hynix, those are definitely going to be on my list. And then for the earnings-based stocks today, I'm going to keep an eye on PayPal. And you know what? I will watch Corning just to see what it does, even if I don't expect it to do much. And we'll see how it goes with that list for me this morning. Our other mods, well, they haven't got their list in yet, so we'll see what they do. Oh, Eamon just came in with this. Did I mention that? Yes, because he was looking at American Airlines and AMD. Hopefully his internet holds out that he's able to take a trade. So we'll see what happens. We've got about 10 minutes, 11 minutes to be exact, until this market opens. So we still have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing else to get ready for. I'm going to be watching, again, a few things here. Interesting that Corning, which I said is gapping down, pushed down, again, good earnings, good results, pushed down by the overall market decline. I'm thinking there might be a long play on this. I mean, we'll have to see. If it gives a strong move up and then a pull back to the VWAP, that might be good long. That'll be a Carlos style trade as we get that VWAP retest. That means that I'm going to be waiting probably a couple of minutes until after the open, but we'll see. I mean, it is down 16%, which is a lot for a stock in a company like Corning. So we'll see what happens with that one. PayPal. PayPal, I'm a little less certain. It's gapping up here, but not by a lot. All this gap came sort of right after earnings were announced, and then it's just been moving sideways. So this could go either way. And again, this overall market, Carlos, I am honestly not sure. I mean, I'm always a little apprehensive because it's just played out so many times when a market gaps, so heavily and consistently in one direction. Often that's an opportunity for the market makers to start playing games with you, right? So everybody's short pre-market, they like to buy into that and can push the market a little bit higher. When everything's long, like we saw yesterday, they can use as an opportunity to sell into it and push it lower. So we'll see what happens this morning. I mean, most stuff is green. Well, I say most stuff. I'm looking so heavily on the chip sector, it looks all red. But that being said, some of the tech stuff like Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and Netflix are all green. So, it's not that disastrous of a morning, right? As Andrew points out, the chip sector in Korea and the Korean markets are definitely down, which is definitely going to have an impact, and which is partly the reason why we're seeing it down so much here in North America. But we could again see the North American markets express a slightly different opinion and recover some of those losses. So I'm going to be cautious on the chips, which is why I think Corning and PayPal might give me an opportunity if things go well. Coca-Cola and UPS, they're sort of in the they're in the wings. They're there, but I'm not going to be actively looking at them. I'll flip to them and see how they do. So my game plan is a lot of watch and wait. Like I said, GLW is the only thing I've got a plan. Again, if I see strength, I want basically this is a fallen angel, right? I'd be looking for GLW to sort of go higher and pull back. So we'll see if that happens. If that doesn't play out, then I probably won't have a trade.
Yes. All right. Good to go. I see Andrew's in the office getting set, also preparing his watch list as well. Here's what the chat room looks like, guys. If you want to see what the chat room looks like.
It was a VWAP reversal. I'm not sure. I guess trade learner, it depends on how you are defining it. To me, a VWAP reversal would be if a stock is, really long, sort of really green or really red, and then pushes through the VWAP. Then it's obviously made a reversal, and you're playing it for the downside. For me, I'm taking the position right now that Corning has not yet set a direction, and therefore I'm just looking for it to use the VWAP as support. So arguably, yes, if you define it similarly, it could be sort of the same signals and the same relative trade. I personally sort of look at them slightly different, but they're very close. they're cousins.
Andrew was waving to you guys and saying hi.
Oh,
he's preparing for the market open.
All right, there he is. You notice Andrew's, I don't know if to read anything into this. Andrew's taken to sitting down now when he trades. He used to stand all the time.
Yeah, it's the desk overloaded. I know he has a lot of equipment on it now. I know he decorated pretty nice. Like if you see some of his latest videos, he's got to do more videos, man. That's a really nice background that he has there. So maybe not as easy to go up and down anymore.
Maybe he's getting older like the rest of us, and he's not as energetic. I mean, got to keep in mind he's on the West Coast, so it's also like
it's early for him.
6:30 in the morning.
Listen, man, I the few times you've been there yourself, the few times we've been there, and you got to wake up that early and go to the office. Oh boy, that's a whole nother world. I wake up early, but that's too early
and
to be functional.
It's weird.
Too early to be functional.
Yeah, and then when I think about lunchtime, like for me, my brain is like, it's lunchtime because it's noon. It's only 9 a.m. People are still rolling into the office, right? And then by the time the market closes, they're going to lunch. I'm like, I can't. Like it's confusing my brain. So But it's got to be weird trading, where you're always done by like 1 o'clock. The market closes at 1 p.m. That just seems weird to me.
I
But
like that. That's interesting. I'll you have the rest of your day to enjoy, but yeah, it's an early start, man.
yeah. But you get used to it. I mean, heck, I used to live in Australia and I tried to trade the markets, and that was rough because the markets open at 11:30 at night. Like by the time you're an hour or two into the markets, man, I was like falling asleep at my computer. So yeah, that didn't always work out so well. But so wherever
Yeah,
you're coming to
we
us,
did that
wherever in the
in
world you are,
Thailand. Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't like that at all. That evening trading did not work. No, it's dude, that was it was horrible.
Well, especially when, hey, if you're traveling with this group, you're out doing stuff all day. It's not like you were sitting around or sleeping in, right? You're out, you were busy. Then you get back and you want to trade. You're like, Dan, I'm just exhausted. I want to go to bed
Yeah,
now. But
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Which chat room is Andrew in? The Bearboot Traders
Oh,
chat room, my friend. So
yeah,
head over to
absolutely.
BBT. We could listen in. Let's tap in. Let's tap into.
Oh, gonna tap in. Awesome.
Let's tap in.
And UPS.
Does Andrew know that we're tapping in? Maybe we need to let him know.
Yeah,
Andrew, we're listening to you.
It is also interesting. 6% down. Potential opening range breakdown toward 804.
Missing
This is
Brian
another
today.
wall down in July 17. Hold it.
Brian's on the road. He's in Toronto, actually, for some meetings.
Nice.
So, yeah, Brian's normally there with Andrew. The two of them usually trade live into the
AMD
open.
also interesting. AMD could be a good short. Yeah, 460 level.
Very nice.
AMD 460 short. That would be interesting to get that.
Here, let me confuse Andrew. Good morning, Andrew. We're streaming you live to YouTube to give everybody a taste. Say hi.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I can hear it. How's the quality of my microphone? Nice. Good or God one? Intel is also near the lows. And Intel has this big level at A79, which is the gap. Oh, no, no, no.
All right, we'll let Andrew finish preparing there with our members, and then he goes live. You can see his thought process and everything else. So, if you want to know more about it, head over to bearbootTraders.com. There's a trial. I think it's some kind of $39 trial. Gets you in for a whole week. That is really inexpensive. You guys can see him trade live with that. So definitely take a look. Yep, 3 minutes to go, guys. We are ready. We are ready and set here. I have Andrew on my screen here. We got to little quick view of what he does, and yeah, ready to go. GLW, SpaceX, NVIDIA, Apple, SKHY, AMD, Intel. We're on deck. Rock and roll. Secondary list: AMD, and INTC, and PLTR. And Peter, remind me, what's your list again?
I have Corning, GLW. I have PayPal, and then a lot of the usuals, right? SK Hynix.
Mhm.
Going to keep an eye on them. Watching AMD, NVIDIA, SpaceX, Tesla, Apple. Big list.
Gotcha.
Big
Yeah.
list because we don't know what's going to hit, right? It's tough to know
I know.
this morning.
Friends, hit that thumbs up. We're looking to get 500 likes today so we can give away a free funded account. And for everyone on here, our Lambos and Garbage Truck members, obviously they get more tickets in the bag, but everyone is included. We have 1,000 viewers so far, so 500 should be very easy, guys. Another 250 more gets us there.
Yeah.
Slam that thumbs up. We want to give you something, you know?
Yeah.
Let's give you something.
Help us. Give stuff to you.
Help us help you. Help us help you. Like the Tom Cruise
us.
movie.
Help
Help
you.
me. With me, without me. Let me
Oh,
help
that was
you. Yeah. What movie was that?
Yeah.
I Cameron
The
Diaz,
one
I
where
think it
he's
was.
the agent. He's the sports agent. It's a person's name. Jerry something. What the was the
Oh,
name of the movie?
that's that's
Jerry
that's
Maguire.
Jerry
There you go.
Maguire. Yeah.
Show me the money. Yeah.
Show me the money. But there's another
right,
one where
guys.
he says, "With me, without me, with me, without me." It's another one. It's a few.
Okay.
A few. All right. 20 seconds. Let's get it in, guys. Get your affairs in order as we get ready for the market open. We got a beautiful watch list. Let's hope that things trade well. I'm excited, Peter. Peter's excited. Andrew's excited. And hopefully you are as well as we kick off this open. Here it is. The bell's coming now. All right.
Here we go.
Let's
Here
do
goes
it.
the opening bell. Woof. An AMD. Let's see what it does. SpaceX popping up here. Whoa. Whoa. SpaceX.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Popcorn ticker for the day, DFNS. I'm going to put down the popcorn list there because that one is wild. Fun to watch. DFNS. There we go. All right. Let's see, friends. Show me the money. Yeah, man. Great line.
Oh,
Great movie.
what's going on here? Why is my platform moving so slow?
I thought GLW just froze, but it is moving a little slower.
Yeah.
SpaceX. Ooh, look at the weakness on SpaceX, guys. Make sure you got your market atlas open, friends.
What the heck? What the heck? I tried to go short SpaceX, Carlos. I did not get filled.
I
hit
don't
the
think
button.
there's shares left.
It was. Oh, maybe is that why?
Did you get an error? I don't think there's only
I just
700,000.
I just got an unable to fill message. So,
Yeah, I think there's no shares left, man. I think
Huh.
there was only
Okay.
700,000 at the pre-market. At the bell, I could see that running very quickly, man. I could see that going away. Let's see if and this doesn't update right away, by the way. This takes a little bit to update, you know. Now, Peter, you got to Interactive Brokers Canadian branch. Do you still have the same amount as I do, 700,000?
Yeah.
Are they connected?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
It taps into the same pool as far as I know.
Gotcha.
So
Cool.
So I still see it says short. Let me click on the button. What does it tell me?
It does. 700,000. Is that what you
Come
have
on.
to?
Oh yeah, 700,000. So
Yeah. But remember, that's not like up to date live. You know, I think it
Yeah.
takes a bit. Yeah. Yeah. The FNS on halted, guys, to the upside. Beautiful. Careful. Low flow ticker here, but look at that. Hold to 23.56. SpaceX looks weak, man. It's a shame that we can short this because if you look at Market Atlas, SpaceX looks like it wants to go lower. Let's see how the 5-minute ORB looks, and I'm going to try to short it again. Did you get
I'm
in this
getting all
time?
sorts of weird stuff here. The candles aren't matching my platform. I don't like this, Carlos.
You did that update, man. That's what happens. You're like the first guinea pig on that update.
Yeah, it says it's a full production. Let me see. I'm gonna change quote servers. See if that makes a difference.
Yeah, SpaceX is moving well for me too. But you might not get filled depending how the shorts look here. Let's see, GLW. Oh, look at GLW. The volume just starting to come in. Typical nicey stock, right? First 2 minutes or 1 minute usually are empty. And then the volume just kind of pours in a little bit. So now it seems to be in play. Wow, 3 minutes in already. This market is flying. Going pretty fast today, guys. Adobe. We'll take a look at it. IBM, I'll take a look at it. Adobe moving higher. Oh, yeah, breaking out. Wow, Adobe's kind of move on. They normally don't move a whole lot, but they're doing something today. IBM doing kind of like a bull flag here in the 1 minute.
What the heck? Oh no. Oh no. Darn it. I'm in the new platform, Carlos, and I did manage to get short SpaceX, and then I just realized I'm in my test account. I'm in my simulator account.
Oh, damn.
That's not where I want to be trading. I don't care about the simulator
Can't catch
account.
those. You can't catch those, that's for sure. We'll be able to take that to the
I gotta
bank.
change my settings here. Trade settings, order templates.
Is this because of the update you did?
Yeah, because you got to reset all your
Oh.
settings, right? And gets reset your defaults. And I didn't reset the defaults here.
You gotta make sure you save it too after you make the change, right? Make sure you save it. Guys, I like SKHY for a short here. A 5-minute ORB's coming up. Let me take market at. Let's just make sure everything is lining up the way it needs
Look
to.
at this.
Oh, you're gonna,
All right,
you're gonna miss.
I'm
You're
just
gonna be
getting
pissed.
out. I'm getting out of that just because who cares?
Yeah, it's gonna make you pissed.
That's just annoying. My
Well, you know what,
candles aren't even updating. Look at this. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this just so you
Yeah.
guys can see. This. Is this new update? What the hell? This is like annoying. So here, where's my thing?
SKHY. I'm thinking short. Stop at 136.20.
I just got out of this because I mean it doesn't matter because it was a simulator trade. But look at the trade, Carlos, and look at the candles. Like I don't even have a candle.
That has happened to me before. Yeah,
Like-
your quotes are not updating properly.
No.
That's not cool.
Okay, is it happening to you too? Because is it just me or?
No, it's not happening to me.
I don't like this.
I do see my
This is
candles
not
properly, but
this
that's
is not making
your
me
line is
happy.
correct. It's just the candles are not populating.
Like
the red line is where it needs to be. All right, SKHY pulling back here, so I'm not jumping in. Glad I didn't jump in. It's kind of engulfed into the upside now, although still look. What the heck is going on? Huh. All right. SKHY, I might take a short here. Yeah, I'm going short. SKHY, guys, I'm going short here. Should have got in earlier, man. Should have got in 135.40. It's at $1 above where I'm in right now. But let's see. I'm short. Might have to stop out on this one and jump on it again because I did miss a good pullback opportunity near the VWAP.
Why are things not updating? This is so aggravating.
On all your tickers or just SpaceX?
All of them.
Yeah, I mean that kind of sucks.
I'm gonna try and restart my platform here.
Yeah. All right, sure, SpaceX. I'm banking on hopefully that these orders down here, it looks very bearish to the downside, can pull the price action lower.
Oh no!
I probably have to stop right at VWAP if it doesn't go my way here. But I'm hoping we can start diving here and kind of picking up some of these orders to the downside. So, sure, SKHY 133.79 is the level that we have here. What do we mark here? Let's go to the left. Oh, low of the pre-market. SK.
Oh, great.
What happened, Peter? You get locked out?
Yeah,
it sounds like you're having a really bad morning, man. That sucks.
I tried to. I just tried to say I'm going to shut it down, and when I click the button, the X button, just to close it, the whole screen is frozen. So the whole the application is just frozen.
At least it's great that you're not in a trade because this would have been a lot more hectic than it is now. But being in a trade would have sucked. All right, I got a good drop here. I should have pulled the trigger on a partial here. But let's see if we can get it again.
All right, I got to restart here, I think.
Here we go. Okay, here we go. Come on. 133. This order's there. We got 133, 12,000 orders. We're getting close. I think this is close enough, friends. Yeah, this is definitely close. Wow, what a bad fill. Like by 10 cents. It's okay. Not that bad, actually. Get yourself together, Carlos. All right. Let's see if we can get to the next level. So we ran through that 133. We got some more at 132.
But if I had been short SpaceX, I looks like I would have been happy.
Very happy, actually.
I'm restarting my trading my trading platform here because it's not
I think
happy.
you'd have been very, very happy. All right, here we go.
Ah,
132. Let's see. Market Atlas is delivering. There's not a lot of orders on SKHY, but enough that the imbalance is still pretty big. Oh, come on. 132. We're trying to get to it. Let's see if we can get there. A little bit of a bounce. It's okay. Couldn't quite get down there. I'm going to try one more time. Looks like hopefully we try one more time. 10,000 shares down there on SKHY. Man, the weakness continues, guys, on this tickers. Yeah, Peter, maybe a computer reset. I know that kind of sucks. You got to go all the way out, but it doesn't make sense you're having this issue. All right, here we go. Let's see if we could Pac-Man through that 132. I'm ready to take a partial.
It's taking a really long time for my computer to restart too, which is a little concerning.
Connection issues? I know you got storms going around. Could be your internet too.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm talking to you on the other computer,
That's true.
and it's fine. So
if you would have had internet issues, your mic would have been funky for sure.
Right. I'm worried that it's this upgrade because I was forced to. Well, I made the upgrade, and I don't know. I'm not liking it. It's not.
You know
giving
what?
me the warm and fuzzies.
I was trying to do the upgrade last night, Peter, and it didn't come up. Like when I opened up the platform, the little box didn't come up. So I'm like, crap.
Yeah. I had to do it manually. Like I said, I had to download it separately and then manually move all the configurations over, which is like really annoying. Oh, come on. And it didn't save my defaults. Oh, look at this. I would have been $2 to the good on SpaceX. Oh, man. Oh, well.
I'm hoping we get back down to 132, guys. We're getting a little bit of a pullback here. I'm hoping we just can get back down to 132 again. It's trying to. Is this the day that we add? No, I'm not gonna add today. No. Nope. This 132 is becoming a problem for us to get down there. We got one partial in, and it is coming up against us here. The market crash? No, I think everybody's waiting for the crash. When anybody's waiting for the crash, it doesn't come. It's gotta catch you off guard. You know? And also keep in mind, like if you look at the SPY, okay, here we go. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's focus in. Let's lock in on what we're doing here. Let's see here, 132. We can get it. 132. If we cannot make a new low here, I'm gonna take a partial very quickly. But we're going very rapidly towards that 132 again. And Atlas is confirming. Be patient. Let's see if it's gonna pay off here. 132. Okay, here we go. We're starting to dig into these orders. That's what I want to see. Excellent. Come on. Dig in. We're just right above it. And when we go through that, we should get a little flush, like it's 131.50, I would think. We can break through here. Okay, here we go. There it is. There it is. Okay, we're going to partial here, guys. Partial there. Awesome stuff, man. All right. Pac-Man. As we're eating through these shares, guys, here we are at 130. That's what we want to get to next. 36,000 shares down there. So another partial here as we run through these shares, man. Really, really nice trade so far. So took 20 off. I'm taking big chunks off because I believe there's a bounce coming. I don't know when, but I believe that we're not going to get a sell-off. Again, this is just my bias and my gut feeling. There's nothing factual about this, but I think we're not going to get the type of sell-off we got yesterday. I think this can be very short-lived. Could be completely wrong. But you know what? I'm going to go with the information I have, and we'll see. So 20 and 20. Also, I don't have a great entry, right? So like my entry should have been up here. So when I don't have a great entry to kind of take some risk off the table, I take a little bit more off. right? Because we don't have a great entry. I don't feel too comfortable. Now I feel great, but here I'm not too comfortable with how close we were and how easily can come back to our VWAP. And since we didn't have a great entry, our stop was not above VWAP like it normally is. It would have been somewhere right at VWAP, as I mentioned earlier. So let's see. Got a good partials in now. Let's see if we can continue lower. Market Atlas still says this is very weak, but the demand now is further out. It's like $2 down now, like 130. So not as easy to drop $2 from here to go pick up that 36,000 shares. Peter, how you doing over there, man? How's the tech working? Not working?
No, I just got everything rebooted, so it looks like we're okay. But I'm
Nice.
frustrated because I was in SpaceX. I had the right entry. It worked great. I just, what little money I did make was all fake money, so that doesn't count. And yeah, just frustrating. Frustrating when you have the trade and tech issues just keep you out of it. So
that sucks.
anyways, it looks like my charts are updating though properly, so we're good.
Okay.
I think we're back.
All right. What does AMD look like on Market Atlas? Let's take a look. We're currently still in SKHY, so I'm looking on this chart. I'm looking down to 130. Let's see if we can get through 131, 130. There's nothing up here, guys. Nothing to the upside on Market Atlas, so there's no demand there. If we look at AMD, I should have it here. Here's AMD. Also looks weak. 450. 30,000. 451. 12,000. So the imbalance is clearly to the downside, guys. The demand. So let's see. Now let's see how well this does. I find it very difficult that we're going to get to 130. But let's see. Market Atlas says, wait, grasshopper.
Patience.
Let's see. Patience.
Patience. Richard Parker. No.
Yes.
Is that Patience, Richard Parker?
I don't know. I'm not sure what the line is. I got it from Andrew. I haven't seen that line originally myself. Andrew's the one that says this.
The Richard Parker thing?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Have you seen
that's
that?
from a Life of Pi. Yeah.
Life of Pi. Very weird trailer. I'm like, I want to spend time watching this.
It's a very weird movie based on a very weird book. I read the book. So I watched the movie, and the movie was okay. The book is better. The book's always better.
The book always better, right? The book gives you like a month worth of content. You can record for a month,
I was looking the other day. I was trying to find a trading book that I'd bought, and I was going through like my purchase history on Amazon alone, like because I buy a lot of books at the bookstores and stuff too. I had like 14 pages of books. Of stuff that I didn't like. My God, I read a lot.
That's good,
bought a
man.
lot of books. So,
that's good.
Anyways, like to read.
That is awesome. Looks like Market Atlas is not going to let me down, friends. We are going down to 130. Wow, what a trade. SKHY delivering here, and I'm sure you guys are taking many opportunities on Apple finally selling down, Peter, bending the knee to the market at the moment. Not usually what we see out of Apple. No. But Apple is bending the knee. NVIDIA's lower. SpaceX 107 going to 100, I guess. Wow, GLW eventually did a beautiful textbook. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you guys. Textbook 5-minute engulfing. That is nice. Right at the VWAP too. Oh, man, I feel great today because we missed some really good opportunities yesterday. So I'm glad we made it up for today with SKHY here. Nice drop to 130.61, getting a little bit of a bounce now. But wow, so many opportunities. DFNS, oh my goodness. Crazy. Up 135%. Halted once again here.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
It's wild. It's wild.
That's nuts.
All right, let's see what Andrew traded. I want to see what Andrew took here. Let's take a look.
That DFNS that annoys me because that's a stock that just encourages bad behavior in the market, unfortunately. Because again, remember they did a 1 for 125 reverse split, so I'll still stick to my statement. This was a 5 or 6 cent stock just
a week and a half ago, and now it's a $30, which means that it was like a $7 stock post split, and then as you can see, it started to skyrocket. So this is going to give them encouragement. They basically quadrupled the value of their company overnight by significantly reducing the shares from 83 million to only 700,000. It's all artificial. It's all artificial. So, anyways, don't be fooled by cheap imitations.
Fooled. Oh, Andrew's showing us how to trade Intel. He's showing me and you, Peter, how to trade Intel. So here we go. Let's see if SKHY continues. But here's Andrew's trade. Beautiful rejection above the VWAP. Look at this drop. Waits for the pullback. There's a lot happening here. You got the 1 minute. I think there's also a 5-minute ORB as well. Like if you look at the 5-minute, I'm sure it looks like very clean 5-minute ORB. But short here for the breakdown, low of the day, 5-minute ORB, and then add it, and then partially into weakness here. And again, he's just market atlas. All the demand is to the downside, right? So you can see that there's some orders up here, but not enough compared to what you have down here. And I'm sure he parceled. Where he parceled that right at 85, yeah. So he parceled right here, where you see the heavy demand coming into that 85. Right over here. So awesome stuff on Intel. Again, man, so many great stocks this morning. So it's awesome. All right, we're still short SKHY, hoping for 130. Let's see if Market Atlas can deliver. Deliver for Andrew on Intel. Let's see if it can deliver for us here on INTC. And yeah, it's just what a great morning. Did that come through SEC filing prior to this morning? What exactly? Send us exactly what came through or not came through. Maybe I missed the first comment on the question. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. 130. Market Atlas says yes. 130 is in. Partial here, friends. Oh, goodness. What a day. Peter, and this could have been a day for you too, man. But you're not you. You didn't fumble, but your system gets the fumble.
Yeah.
Your system gets the fumble today.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for me. It really is. But what can you do?
Happens to all of us. Now I'm afraid to do that update. I don't want to do that update no time soon. I'm going to wait as much as possible.
I mean, things seem to be working well. You know what probably is? I didn't reboot my computer. You know how you especially after you do updates on software. Yeah, you got to restart it.
You leave your computer on overnight. I shut it down every day. And some people say that's really not good. Actually, they're meant to be left on. But I shut it down, man. I don't know.
My wife works for the government, and she says that they've been told by IT they need to leave their computers on all the time. So she's always like, she drives to work, she comes home, comes home and she immediately plugs it in and makes sure it's on. I'm like, why? Like, you're home, you're not working this weekend. Just leave it off. Go to work next week and then plug it in and turn it on. But she's like, no, it has to be on. What if they push an update over the weekend? I'm like, not your problem, man. You're off work. Anyways. But
that I get. Government, they want to be tapped in all the time. I get that. But for a laptop, really,
I've got
kind of weird.
The new one because it actually spews a lot of heat, so I turn it off every day. Because otherwise,
that's the thing with mine. Yeah,
it heats the room up. My old one, it also, I guess I'm used to that one, and it still has a fair amount of heat, but it's a little better managed. And I leave it on all the time.
Oh yeah, it's an oven here, man.
For for 7 years. It's just been churning away here. So
Yep. Anyway. And some of the streaming stuff, it's just it doesn't allow it to go to sleep because I'm streaming. So some of the applications don't let it go to sleep. They just keep it on. So I'm like, I'll just turn it off.
Yeah. See, everybody's got a different opinion. Jose is saying he's left his computer on 24/7 for 30 years. It always works better. And meanwhile, Days is like, no, turn your PC off. You need to shut it down. Again, it's amazing how there's different opinions. I don't know technically what the right answer is.
I don't know.
I have no
Don't know.
idea, but
And everybody has a different, and everybody at different level of experience too. Like you got directors of IT that that I dealt
oh
with.
yeah,
One of them said do it this way. The other one said do it that way. So it's like, which one
yeah,
is it? Nobody knows. It's one of those
yeah.
things that there's no
Nobody
answer
knows.
to. All right, how is Market Atlas looking on SKHY now? Are we still as bearish as we were earlier? Let's take a look just to make sure. If we're not looking as bearish, I am going to take some more off. But man, 128 still coming in with, what is this now? 15,000? That'll be crazy. That'll be wild. So it's less and less every time. Notice, right? It was like 30,000 earlier. Now it's 50. So it's less and less every time. Eventually, that's going to not be significant to pull the price lower. But 15 is still quite a bit, I think.
Actually, Pat's no, Chris is saying starting up a cold computer is hard on the computer as long as it can sleep. You're making me think. I guess that sort of like a human then, right? We need to sleep every night. Staying awake all the time, hard on a human.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
shutting down and having to like defibrillate and restart the heart, that's extremely hard on a human and doesn't often work.
That's true.
So as long as we
but-
get to sleep, we're okay. So maybe your computer's sort of designed the same way. We did design it as humans, so just let it sleep, let it rest, but leave it on so that it keeps the heartbeat going, and then it can but it gets to sleep and recover. I like that. It's a good way to think of it.
This thing turns on so fast, man. My streaming computer, I click it, and by the time I'm sitting down, it's already asking me for the password. I'm like, damn. Now this other one that I'm here, this is very slow. But that one is so fast, man. It's crazy how fast it boots up.
Yeah, PLTR is absolutely another one that's having a down day. I am so frustrated that I missed all of these great moves with my tech issues. Coca-Cola is one of the few things that's going the other way. Coke is up.
Yeah.
And PayPal made a rise off the open, but is just hanging out here now. And of course, Boeing is up, because it doesn't care.
No.
Bad earnings?
Doesn't care one bit.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yep.
It laughs in the face of your earnings.
Halted again. There you go. Up 160%. Is it halted? Yeah, it is. It's halted. Halted again. PLTR. Let's take a wow. PLTR. I had it on my secondary list. I knew it looked good pre-market, but man, that is a beautiful drop, guys. So hopefully you took advantage of all the great opportunities we had here. Just so many really great trades. Andrew, did Andrew add? Did Andrew add here? Let's go find out on Intel. Let's go find out.
I think I'm coming to the conclusion Neural Bliss is just a harsh person. So calling us all knuckleheads. Neural Bliss was the one that. Anyways, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
Let's check his report card. Let's check his.
Check his passport. I'm really frustrated now, Carlos, because again, this trade and simulator is just mocking me, sitting there, and oh well, what can I do? All right, let's see if we can find. Obviously, I'm going to have to find a little bit some later trades, maybe some bounce reversals.
Neurobliss loves us. He loves us. They love us. I'm not sure what they are, but they love us because I look at it here to be this, oh, you're too loud. You get on my nerve. Oh, you look doing this wrong. Blah blah. Everything is kind of a little bit negative, but he still comes back. He loves us, man. We love you back. Because if you're being hurt, but you still come back, you're one of us. You're one of us, man.
Sounds harsh when you word it that way, man.
Welcome. Oh my goodness. It's like family, right? So you can't decide who family is. You can't. He's like family. He doesn't want to be here, but he has to be here. You know, like, it's family, man. I'm okay
Almost
with that.
against his will. That's horrible.
Listen, man. Welcome. Welcome. Hit the thumbs up, please, so we could probably give something away.
Yeah. We want.
Maybe
we
you
want to give
win.
something away. Help us
You
out.
know?
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? There you go.
Love it.
All right. Let's see what we got. I'm still watching the still watching the market, looking for an opportunity. Again, PLTR is such a good, strong move down. So it looks like it might actually, if the market shows any signs of recovery, it'd be one of the first things I'd potentially look for a bounce on. Semis are all down this morning. It's interesting. NVIDIA didn't really go that far. SKHY that we were watching, AMD, both got good moves down. Intel at low of day right now. We're at SPCX. Don't forget SpaceX. This is all-time lows. So
yeah,
we're
Cameron Stanley 808, 11 months as a Lambos and garbage truck member. Congratulations!
Hey,
I think
that's awesome. Congrats.
That's awesome. I think you're beating me. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna take another partial here, friends, because we got a great move, and this might be over. Hold on, maybe not.
Yeah, you're being this has got to be old. Look at I had this one that I could send, but that's got to be old. I've been here for more than 6 months.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can send one too. Hold on. I want to just take. Let me just take 10% here, guys. I think we're getting a little bit extended. So 10% off here, just in case. Oh, look at you on your 6 months and Chris 9 months. Very nice.
I think I never sent it. It was just sitting there.
Yeah, it stays there until you actually send it. So if you want to know how to do that, guys, head over to the $ here. Click on this. And if you have it, it says free member milestone chat. Let's see what I have. 8 months. Really? All right. There it is. Let's go. Very nice. You got a lot of Lambos and garbage truck members. Awesome. Oh, good call on the partial here. Good call on the partial, guys. So look at that. At least for right now. Was it Pat? I think Pat was saying, hey, Carlos, is it time to add? And he was saying it like right here. I guess I should have added, but you were right. But, Neurobliss, we love you back, man. It's all good. Listen, it's all good. You're like family, You are like family. Oh, we all just get along. I love it. All right, guys. So one trade from me on SKHY. Nothing for Peter yet. NVIDIA, not as great as
sort of nothing.
Yeah, sort of nothing. Right.
Yeah.
The execution was there.
Yeah.
That counts. Which would have turned out very good. Look at it as SpaceX. They have a nice, beautiful drop down to 107. And yeah, it's crazy.
I had the type of entry that I'm thinking if SpaceX continues weak all day, I could have just stayed short all day, but we'll see what happens. My entry would have been below VWAP at this point, so
No, I don't. Trading is frustrating. No, I don't think he's taking that. I think it's just so some stuff I get it. Like for example, like me and Peter, like we run a show where I get like there's no way for us to monitor the volume. Like for example, like I don't know if I'm louder or Peter's louder. We don't have a tech engineer that's checking the volume. I'm running it here myself. I can't do both. But these are things that we could get better at, right? Like let's be honest, these are things that we could get better at if we had, some upgrades, and we will. We're working on certain things. But I agree. Listen, I think for what we run, I think we do a pretty good job. But it can always be better. And that's what we got to aim for. And yeah, when somebody says, "Oh, your mic is too loud," it's because nobody's here sitting in the back end with an equalizer, right? Making sure that our levels are great. They're not doing that, So, yeah. So I get it. All right, NVIDIA. Sideways. Apple going red. Is the SPY moving higher? Because it's been like the inverse of the overall market. Nader Butter, appreciate your comment. Thank you, man. I'm a crypto guy. This is my first day ever buying stocks. Worship the Father happened. LOL. All right. So, I mean, hey, did you do well? Welcome to the, the equity side. So, crypto's been very quiet though, right? Can you day trade crypto? I guess you could. Um, I don't see the there's probably not a whole lot of volatility right now in crypto, is there? I'm not a crypto person, but you probably could find more volatility in semis right now. And what is this thing about? I got to learn more about single stock futures. I got an email from Schwab that I can trade single stock futures now, and they had me update and not update. They had me like approve that I'm okay with this. How do we do this? Is there like a ticker for NVDA or Tesla that we could trade single futures? I need a video on this. I think Mike needs to put a video together on what does that mean. All right, some more friends coming in. Richard, 8 months, welcome. Nice. Michael, 9 months. I enjoy these mornings with you guys and make some money on occasion. Hey, if you can have fun and make some money, why not? Terrence Hill, 10 months. I don't know how you guys beat me, but yes, welcome. I've been here, but yes, some people are been with us for a long time. Awesome. Apple continuing the weakness. SKHY might be done. I might take some more off here. I think the move might be over. As a SPY kind of moves higher. Let me see what Market Atlas tells us here. Just gonna check real quick. Market Atlas. I still got the 15,000 down here, but again, I think we might not get down there. It got lower and lower. Yeah, I think this might be over. I don't want to take a lot of shares back up on such a great trade. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take everything off here, friends. Oh, wrong damn button. I'm gonna get right out. Okay, got right out. I added by mistake. I sold instead of cover, but I got right out so we didn't get hurt. No worries. Damn. When did I do that? I sold instead of cover. So how much did I add? Because it does something weird when you do that. Let's see. Let's see, what did I actually do here?
What happened? Yeah, are you out?
I'm out. I sold. You know when like you sell all instead of cover. I hit the wrong one. But I'm out. I'm out of it. Just want to see how much did I actually buy when it did that. Let's take a look at the details. All right, let's look at the trades. Because if you sell all, why would it buy? Like, it doesn't make sense that it does that. Like, what does it decide to buy when you do that? Okay. So shorted 165 shares. How does it decide to do that? Where does it get that number from? If you think about it. Not sure that makes sense. There's got to be a math involved there. I'm not aware of it. But we are out, and we actually got 5 cents on that ad. 131.29 is where we added by mistake. 131.26 is where we covered all. So, oh, what the? Come on, man.
Oh, Carlos.
Peter, how many times has this happened to me?
I know. See, you gotta learn. Don't get all out.
my, oh my. If you've been here long enough with us, if you haven't, by the way, subscribe and make sure you join us every morning. We trade live here, me and Peter. Um, and we have Eamon coming a little bit later. Mike comes in a little bit later when he's not traveling. He's traveling now. But you've seen this happen to me a lot, where I get out, and right where I get out, it's like it continues, long or short, doesn't matter. That would have been a great ad. Would have been a perfect ad. For single stock futures, the tickers start with an S. For instance, Apple is now SAB, SAAPL. Now, I know I don't have futures on Dash Trader Pro Interactive Broker, so I'm going to go to my Schwab account and let me see if that's active. And obviously, I'm not going to trade because I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to see if it's already in there. That's interesting. So let's go to Apple. SAAPL. It is here. Bloomberg Global Saudi. No, that's something else. Not it. Here it is. SSAAPL. Now that's the Apple's future. I don't understand this. There's so many stuff with Apple. I need a video. We'll look at that later. All right. I need a futures account, but yeah, I think Schwab. I think my Schwab account is allows it because they already sent me a note saying it's I approved it and I'm good to go. So we'll see. It's about capital efficiency. Yeah, I know that. I know that it's more efficient to trade futures, but you got to know what you're doing. You know? Report Carlos is out. Initiate. I told you so operation. Days 306 every time. Every time, man. Or not even when I'm all out, even when I take a partial. Like when I take a partial, our commission is high. Schwab commission is high on futures. Okay. Man, they're making it so easy to do all kinds of trading. It's wild. It's a great time to learn, guys. To learn trading. They're just making it so easy. No PDT rule. No this. Cheap commissions. I mean, futures, 24-hour trading. You name it. They're just making it easier to trade. It's good and bad. Good for the people that prepare, that have flexibility and accessibility. Bad for the people that want to gamble. So bad. Because they're going to be in loosey-goosey just, donating to me and you. And that sucks, but that's actually what it is. So learn how to trade, please. Go to the funded account, spend the $600, $500 on the funded account. See if you can make a couple of bucks there before you open up an account. It's just critical that you do that. All right, friends, how did you guys make out today? Let's look at some trades. Let's see what you guys did. A lot of good opportunities. I'm all out of SKHY, so I'm done on this. It might actually want to go lower, but again, we're no stake on it. GLW turned out to be a great short as well. We had this on our list. Our watch list today was on point, Peter. We put together a great watch list today. GLW, we normally don't add it on here, and look at that. That traded well today.
Yeah,
SpaceX.
It was okay.
I think it was great. Even your SpaceX was good. You got short on that one on the sim. That gave $1 plus. Maybe a little more after. NVIDIA sucked. I guess NVIDIA was not great. Apple, maybe not that bad. 2 out of 5 were not great. The rest were awesome. NVIDIA and Apple were not great. The rest were really good. So not bad. AMD on the secondary list delivered. Intel, beautiful short on here on Intel. Amazing trade on PLTR. Great list. Popcorn ticker. DFNS. Short to the downside. This is where people get hurt now. This is probably going to open up lower. barely traded. I think this thing traded like less than a minute, a couple of seconds here, here. And we're like almost an hour into the market, and this thing traded like 30 seconds before the halt. So down. Good morning, Carlos. Can you explain the 5-minute ORB entry and exit? Yes, sir.
Nope. Nothing. Just looking up some stocks. Seeing SpaceX just took a big move down.
Oh yeah, right through the VWAP. Yeah, I could explain my 5-minute ORB on actually on a stock that we're watching now. I'm shocked if these things keeps going lower. I didn't think we were going to get the same type of sell-off we got yesterday. But here's my 5-minute ORB. Basically, we wait for the 5-minute range to be created, right? And if you look at the 5-minute candle, you can see how nicely that 5-minute ORB is. Beautiful pullback on the way back down below the VWAP. That's our entry, stop loss near VWAP or above VWAP. And that's pretty much in our Reader's Digest what we're looking for. The break of the 5-minute range like we did here. On the way down, we jump in. And you can see here we got the weakness. And actually, we confirm, we look at a lot more. We look at level 2, right? Market Atlas. We look at how the volume is doing. So all these things, look at this, how the SPY is trading. Help us make a decision whether to get in on this trade or not. But the pattern is the first thing we look at. And the pattern on this one look great. The second thing is Market Atlas, and that also look nice too. Do I consider the wicks? Not really. I like the body more. And this is so close that even if you miss the body and you enter at the wick, I think you'll be okay. You know, I think you'll be all right. And when the wick is really long here, I don't trade the wick here. Like, I will not go short on the wick. Oh, sorry, here it is, showing the right screen. So let's say the wick was this long and we pulled up here. I won't take the break of the wick as the 5-minute ORB setup, right? I wouldn't do that because that's just too far out. To me, this actually means buying pressure. So if we come down here, what are the chances that we're going to continue lower after the buyers pushed you all the way up, right? So I wouldn't do that. And we have tons of examples and videos in our education center. So bearwithtraders.com. You know, you can head over there and see what that looks like. Profound words from Carlos. I like the body more. Here we go. Let's take a look at a trade from our one of our members, one of our moderators, Paris. He actually traded PayPal. So here's Paris trade. He went long here. Partial, add. Partial, add, and then parceling into strength. I'm telling you, man, Paris' style of trading is very unique, but it is awesome. Like, his adding capabilities is incredible. So if you haven't seen him trade live, he trades live with us here in the chat room. He comes on at 11 a.m. In chat with our members, and he'll go over this trade, and he'll also be looking for opportunities because he trades all day. But man, his style of being able to add and parcel is incredible. So he has a great course, how to read the tape. Also some videos on our website as well, bearwithtraders.com. So check him out. Some really great trading today. Do you still trade after 11 a.m.? Sometimes, not often. 11:30 usually. I'm not taking any more trades. I'm usually managing trades after 11 a.m., 11:30. Peter trades all day, by the way. So Peter will when he's around the computer, he'll be looking for opportunities. I know at the close, 3 o'clock, you know, they're looking for opportunities as well towards the close. So there's a lot of trading going on throughout the day. SKHY continuing lower, guys, made a new low here, 128. Looks like it might want to go for that 128. Market Atlas was saying, wait. I didn't listen. Market Atlas was right. Because I got out of the trade, but 128 here, 23,000 shares now on SKHY. So pretty good stuff. MRVL is being mentioned in chat. Let's take a look. Another great one. I had it yesterday on my list. But look at that. Yeah, another one that traded very nice. Are we, you know, I don't know if it's a market crash, because if you look at the SPY, yes, the SPY is moving lower, tech is getting killed, but everything else is doing all right. Can tech alone crash the market, the entire market? I don't know. I don't know. Like if you're looking just at one sector overall, if you're looking just at tech, yes, highway to hell, bloodbath everywhere. But if you look at the SPY, this is normal. Like there's nothing wrong here, guys. Business as usual. Your 401k still looks good from the beginning of April to now. From the beginning of the year, you're still up. You know, so I don't. There's no panic here. There shouldn't be any panic type of situation, I think. You know, so buy, 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 like in sync. Just buy, buy, buy. So I think that's the plan here. I don't know. This looks stable for right now. So let's see. Once we start losing maybe 715, 700, I think we can start getting a little concerned. But right now, all is good. Carlos, how does Tesla look? I didn't even have Tesla on my list today. Glad I didn't, because it wasn't a great start to the market open, but it is selling down here. Daily looks awesome. Daily's just red, red, red. So continuing on the weakness. Market Atlas. Let's take a quick look.
PayPal's at high of day.
Yeah, PayPal's doing awesome. Great stuff from some of you guys. Yeah, 97,000 shares on Tesla at 300. And there's nothing to the upside. Tesla's in trouble. Tesla is in trouble, friends. This is feeling it. Feeling the pressure. 300 tons of orders to the downside. Looks like it might want to go down there and test that. I wouldn't be looking for a reversal on Tesla, I'll tell you that much. If it was me, follow your plan. I hate telling people what to do, but this looks like it wants to go down to 300. So, yeah, it's not looking great. Not looking great. Now, Candy, I think you mentioned now earlier, so much tickets, I haven't had a chance to look at it. But now, yeah, look at it now go. Up to the upside. So moving higher. Awesome. Very good, very good. What is I wonder what is YouTube mistaking this for? I got out before the break, taking a break even on the partial. So I don't understand who do we offend here? Or who does YouTube think we're offending by saying that? Oh, good. Yeah. The toilet will flush. Debbie says the toilet will flush at 10:30. Let's see. Let's see. See what the toilet does. All right, let's see. Let's look at trades, guys. So I got trades from our community, our members, our moderators. Looking forward to see what we did. I'm sure there was a lot of beautiful opportunities. Offend those traders that cannot get out of break even. Yeah, could be. That could be offensive. All right, so here it is. Kyle. Kyle will be on a little bit later at 11 a.m. Kyle comes on. He took SMCI. It's another one that we mentioned, but we didn't have no space to add it. Just way too many tickers. But short, it's 5-minute ORB, I'm going to assume. Beautiful 5-minute ORB. I like the way Kyle draws his triangle. It just helps him visualize a little bit better. This 5-minute ORB breakdown. Got short, added some more, and then partially into weakness there on SMCI. Christopher, let's go to Paris first. Paris, I did break this one down for you earlier, so you guys know what's going on there. PayPal, he went long, and a couple of ads there, and then another long move as it continues making a new high. Christopher D on Microsoft, probably some breakouts of some levels, but I do see a 5-minute RB. I could tell there Nice 5-minute ORB setup as well. Went long for the breakout, maybe high of day breakout too. So a lot happening here, and it's better because the more. Oh, I'm not showing the screen. Sorry, guys. Let's go back. Go back. Sorry. So here it is, Kyle. Right, his 5-minute ORB as added short, and then parceling. And then here is PayPal in Paris, which we went over already earlier. So seen that one. And then Christopher D, 5-minute ORB. Also breakout of some levels here. It's just a lot of different patterns. And again, as I was going to say, the more patterns you have, the better confirmation you have of it, running in your direction, right? The more participants in your direction, the better. So a lot happening there, and you got the nice little breakout parceling into strength. So that's a $3.50 move on Microsoft. So that's pretty nice. Here is Big Daddy Rose. Went short pre-market, got in early. So short pre-market here, seeing the breakdown happen, added on the pullback, and then partial into weakness. So that I'm assuming is the low of the pre-market. Also added some more, then really got the drop here. Parceling. So that is beautiful. All right, let's see here. Lou Reed, trading on this platform is, I know it very well, is Thinkorswim. In here on 394. So what stock is this? Microsoft. So in our Microsoft, partial, got a couple of dollars there. Very, very nice on Lou Reed. Good stuff. J2H, good member of our community. 1 minute engulfing on AMD. So saw the weakness there, went short. Added and then partialed into weakness there. So good stuff. Chip M, also at AMD, beautiful drop there. Pushed up, came back down. Look at, so we spoke about it yesterday, right? Using a 2-minute chart to kind of clean things up a little bit. The 2-minute chart is going to give you less noise than the 1 minute is going to do. So here it is, shorted there, parceling on the pullback, added. Parcel some more, added, parcel. I'm assuming this is okay. The party's over. We got enough chips and dips, and he is out. Chip M there crushing it. So good stuff. MBIS. We haven't looked at so many stocks today. So many stocks, Peter. This is awesome.
That was a good dad joke, by the way. I got to give you credit for that. That was
the chips and dips. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh man, what a day! The fun keeps going. Peter B here on MBIS. Short, partial, and then parceling some more. So MBIS also is a big drop too, guys. Don't let the candles confuse you. Look at that, 176. He's down to 164, 165 in some of his partials. That is a big time move. So man, beautiful. And that's the last one there. So good stuff, man. What a great trading day. And this is, again, I did take a trade yesterday, and I'm glad I didn't, because man, to save all the ammo for days like these are really nice. So awesome. All right. Andrew in chat is asking, how are you guys doing today? Let them know how well you're doing. Every time I say Christopher after you sub, my mama only called me that when I was in trouble. Yes. My mom called me by my middle name. I knew I screwed up. Whenever she called my middle name,
yeah,
I knew, oh boy, this is not good. Can you explain entry at 5-minute ORB, entry stop loss on PLTR? I did not take that trade, but I can try. Let's see how it looks. This one. So here's the 5-minute range, right? So you got your 5-minute range there. You got a nice pullback. So this is where your entry would be. Wait for the range to be created. That's what I would do. Now let me see the 1 minute. Would I have taken this trade? Actually, yeah, it looks good because your 5-minute range is here, and here's where you're kind of getting in. Your stop loss at VWAP. You're a little bit extended from VWAP, so would it be a little bit questionable? Like a lot of things have to look good. Like the level 2 has to look good. The volume has to look good. SPY has to be dropping now. So the more indicators in my favor, the higher probability I would have taken this trade right around here, right around the pullback. Because when this pullback is done, your 5-minute range is already created. So on the way down, when you break this range, that's when you're getting in. Anywhere from that break to the pullback is where you're getting in. So yeah, that's how I would have taken this trade if I was if everything lined up accordingly. Again, hard to say now on a dead chart. because we consider a lot. We consider the price action. Is it moving the way you want? Is it trading well? Is the volume, you know, is the order flow clean, right? So you can't tell that now in a dead chart. You could tell in the replay. Go into replay simulator by tradingterminal.com, replay PLTR, and see if you would have taken that trade, right?
Yeah.
But now, if everything lined up, I think I would have taken this one. Pretty similar to Sky, but Sky had a deeper pullback. Sky SK Hynix had a deeper pullback, right? So you didn't get the breakdown like this as we did with PLTR. You still short Iran? This is Uncle D. Uncle D, good to see you, man. How's the VIP lounge? Hopefully you guys are doing well there. It's been busy today, so I haven't had a chance to stop by. But hopefully you guys are doing awesome. Uncle D, you're still short Iran. Iran traded very well. Someone mentioned Iran. Was it our good buddy Joshua earlier today mentioned Iran? And I told him watch it. I don't have the space for it, but hopefully he kept it on and traded very well. Very clean to the downside here, so that is nice. Demi has the is the flush happening. The transformation has begun. Excellent. All right, let's see how many likes we got. We're sitting at 301. Let's see how many we have. Can we give something away on such a great day? Oh, wow, 398. Guys, we're right there. 102 likes. We give a funded account away with tradingterminal.com. We're right there. So if you haven't had the opportunity, hit that thumbs up. Let's do a giveaway. We'd love to give something to someone today. I think that would be awesome. What else could make our day better than giving away stuff?
Carlos, I'm trying to find a trade here. It's
You're like me yesterday, man. Yesterday, it sucked.
It's damn, it's so frustrating. I was
Yeah.
ready. I felt ready. But
It was ready and you executed. You did take the trade. Unfortunately, it wasn't the wrong account, but you did execute. So I wouldn't be too mad. But again, I know you cannot take that to the bank. So I get that too.
yeah.
But if you could find some comfort in your execution, that's good. Spoke Side says he will like the funded account. Yeah, of course. We're almost there. Coca-Cola had earnings, right, Peter?
They did.
Coca-Cola traded very well today compared to what they normally do. They usually don't move.
Ones, like I said, that I wasn't going to be primarily watching. Maybe that was a mistake. It did move higher. I mean, it was a little tough at the open.
Yeah.
Oh, you look at it. Well, 5 minute. Yeah, I guess if you looked at a 5 minute chart, you could just eliminate that variability right at the open.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Very good. 414. We are cranking. We are cranking. How did Tesla do? How is it doing? Did they actually hold? Tesla. It actually held. Didn't get to 300. Still a lot of demand down there, but it's kind of changing a little bit. You still got 100,000 at 300, but you are seeing a little more orders to the upside right now, so it's kind of pulling the price a little bit higher. But still, the demand is very strong to the downside, especially at 300. 101,000 down here, so Won't be surprised if the market struggles to go higher, if that goes down there and picks some of those orders up. Great trading today. A lot of opportunities. Anybody in anything still? Anybody still in any trades? I'm out of SKHY, but anybody doing anything? The FNS did halted again. Party's over. As this thing is coming back to reality. Shorting NVDA. You're getting in NVIDIA. Short iron still. Okay. That's nice. Long Apple. Did Apple recover? Oh, it did. Hit the previous day close and right back up. So Apple recovering nicely. I'm in MU. Long KO. Very good. Khaled, what are you long MU for reversal, or are you still short from this morning? In Microsoft. Microsoft was good too. Had a nice open. It's small, 60 shares. Doesn't matter, man. 60 shares, 600 shares, as long as you're following your plan and you know, doing what you need to do is all good. Short Walmart. Short Walmart. So you're looking for a reverse on Walmart. Back to the VWAP. Let's see. What else we got? SpaceX rebound. You loaded up. Been loaded up on SpaceX on the rebound. Oh, SpaceX did have a nice rebound. Yeah, I thought SKHY was going to do the same thing as SpaceX today. I really didn't think, because those two sold off pretty aggressive yesterday, so I didn't think they were going to do the same thing today. SpaceX moved a little quicker. SKHY struggling. What else? Good stuff. A lot of people trading today. A lot of people in a lot of trades today. That's good. There's a lot of opportunities. Long now. Now was also good. You had breakout was nice, actually. Very clean right here. Got the push, got the pullback. Here's the confirmation right in here. That's actually pretty good. And then does it come back and test your entry? It does not. It's close. Your stop at least. Because your stop is going to be below here, below this wick here. And now you at least have 2 to 1. Yeah, that's nice. Good stuff. Not sure how you took it, but that's how I would have taken that trade there. On now. Very good. Green. Trade out on now. Iron. A lot of people traded iron. That's good. SMCI, double bottom. Rossi, SMCI, double bottom. Yeah. Reversals are coming in actually kind of early. Usually, oh, never mind. It's 10:40 already. 10:37. Okay. Actually, not that early. Actually, about right. Thought it was earlier. Very good, friends. Very good. Sweet. 418, almost there. I think we'll get it today. I think we'll definitely give something away today. AT&T partnership, huge for quantum. Long QBTS with an AT&T partnership. Okay. QBTS, take it a drop, and now it's trying to bounce. The FNS, man, this stock cannot trade. Well, actually, no, it did trade a little bit here. It actually traded like 15 minutes, and now it's halted to the upside again. Brutal. The FNS, guys, up to 120.
TFNS is like, yeah, it's a good example of yeah, why you got to know what you're doing to trade these low floats, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you got caught, I mean, again, look, it hauled 1, 2, 3, 4 times on the way up. Normally you get 3, but 4 times on the way up.
Mm-hmm.
That's problematic.
Yeah. And it's always, you know, you never know when this is going to happen. This
Yeah,
can
exactly.
happen here. You know, it can happen here. It can happen here. Right. And you got traders that got in here, got in here, even in here, traders that got in here and did very well. They got, a $6 move and they're happy as pig. And you know what? $6 move on a $30 stock in a matter of seconds, man, that's a couple of $1,000. But then there are traders that got in here. And then these guys are down $6,000 on the way down. Right? If you're taking heavy size, obviously. And that's the problem. That's the gamble that you don't know when the music stops playing and you're going to be left without a chair. That's the problem. So that's the gambling side of it. Other stocks, you can manage your risk. You get in. You can set your stops accordingly. Here, there's none of that. Wires halted here, and this happens quick, as you guys know. There's none of that. So, can you buy AMD? You can. Should you? It's another different question, but you can buy AMD. I think there are some people that are going to look at some of these stocks at value here. If you're a fundamental type trader, long-term investment, I think that will happen. But I don't know. Well, WAR's Fed Reserve to announce interest rates.
Well, that's his job.
Increase or decrease? What do you guys think? Hello, Carl. What's the setting for the moving averages on your trading platform? So this is Dash Trader Pro, and what I have here is the 9 and the 20 EMA. Right, so the 9 and the 20 EMA, and then I have the SMA on the 50 and the 200 or 100. I mean, I don't really use this as much in the lower time frames. The 9 to 20 is what I really care about, on the 9 to 20. These are here more for the kind of like the daily, but yeah, EMA and then SMA. Then of course the VWAP on anchored VWAP is this blue line. Tesla's finding a way to go higher. It's pulling away from that 300 slowly. It's still a heavy demand down there, but it's pulling away slowly from that. GLW. I don't know about rally, but I think it's getting, it's found some support. This is down a lot, down 18%. Looks like it likes this 115-ish level here. So yeah, I think is found a support, but I'm not a great reversal trader. So again, just follow the plan. But yeah, it's trying. Been here before. 117 is clearly an issue for GLW. And then the next level is going to be right up here. This one is 118 maybe. So let's see if we can settle above that, start using some of these levels as support that can get it going up to the VWAP. Still a lot of red on the screen though. I know stuff is coming back. NVIDIA is trying to go green. Looks like it wants it. Andrew's in long NVIDIA for the break. Red to green move. So Andrew's in on this one. Let's see. Looking for the move higher. Imbalances to the upside. Definitely more orders. A lot of orders on NVIDIA because NVIDIA has a lot of orders left and right. But it's a lot more to the right, which is up, by the way. To the upside. 60% chance the Federal Reserve rate remains unchanged. The Fed meeting is meaningless. Yeah, I don't know. Oracle breaking through the VWAP here. Oh, the FNS open. Let's see the excitement. Going higher, or we're going to slam on people? Let's see what it does. What it does here, friends. Careful if you're trading it. Just riding SpaceX. Yeah, SpaceX was a great turnaround trade. Look at that thing go. That's nice. That is nice.
The reversal in SpaceX. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that's really nice today. Bright Light for Kids, good to see you, my friend. We traded. Oh, wow, 80 likes to go. Let's get it. Bright Light for Kids is in here, so he's going to give us the likes. That should help. But we traded SKHY. That was our trade today. So short 5-minute ORB. And, man, we got a nice drop. The level 2 on Market Atlas was so clear. And yeah, got a beautiful drop here. Then we kind of added an error, and then we just got everything out. We meant to get everything out. So no gain, no loss there. But then look at that. As soon as I'm out, look at the beautiful drop. Right back to make a new low. So, but it is what it is. We're very happy with the trade. SKHY delivers today. And again, we have so many other great opportunities too. Here it is, NVIDIA. Andrew is long in this bad boy. He is going green. Let's see. He's trying. Come on, let's get up there. Andrew's long for the break. Andrew's long like down here. So he took advantage of this here, added here. 196.51 is what we're looking for on NVIDIA. Let's see if it can get it. Let's see if it can do it. There it is. Andrew Partial. Andrew Partial over here, guys. Let me get my Market Atlas out of the way. Look at that.
You got in a lot of NVIDIA. That's
good. Very nice. Partialing there on NVIDIA. Let's see if we can establish above the VWAP. It's going higher. It wants 197. It wants 197, the same way we want another 70 likes to give away a funded account. So we're almost there.
Almost. Come on, guys. Help us out. Or help you out, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
Yourselves.
Yes. If he's long with so much conviction, I think we'll go higher. Could be. Andrew knows how to pick them. That's for sure.
He does.
I mean, NVIDIA gave him a little bit of a hard time. But the timing now is working out perfect. As he's getting that 197 partial, and it's going. So he's in heavy. Heavy. That's gonna pay off pretty nice. No, don't double click the likes, please, Karma. Click it three.
yeah,
You either
that
click it
undoes
once or you click it 3 times, but never twice or
Yeah.
4. Never. You know, so YouTube took off. This happened. I think maybe probably about 2 years now. YouTube took off the thumbs down counter. So now people you can't see the thumbs down anymore. If you click thumbs down, it just says thumbs down, but it doesn't give you the number. Before it did, and I think it just encouraged people to be counted, right? People want to see their vote, right? If you're just clicking and there's no counter, it's just like it doesn't matter. So now this encourages people not to hit the thumbs down unless you really hate something. Like I can't remember the last time I hit a thumbs down on a video. It's just not a thing for me, right? If I don't like the channel, just don't come back. I'm not gonna go start hitting thumbs down, right? It's whatever. But unless you have inaccurate data, if you have inaccurate, like clearly inaccurate chat GPT data, then maybe I might hit the thumbs down, help people, get good data. But I can't remember the last time I hit a thumbs down. But yeah, thumbs up has the counter, 331. Thumbs down, no counter. Like, I don't want to encourage it. They're very smart.
Don't have to be mean.
Yeah.
Just, thumbs up or just leave it alone.
Yeah. Very, very smart. You need the extension there. So there is an extension for the dislike. My goodness, I did not know that. I think on the back end we can see it, but like here, front center, you can't see it. All right, Andrew, a couple of parcels in on NVDA as it establishes above the previous day close. I have 197.31. If you took this off the VWAP or anywhere near there, you're doing pretty good. What a nice recovery for NVIDIA. I think if I log in under the administrative side, I think I could see the thumbs down. I think there's a percentage that shows the thumbs down, but you can't see who actually thumbs down. So if you thumbs down, don't worry, I won't know about it. I know you did. I'm just kidding, but yeah, there's no way to look at it. My cigarette stocks are booming. MO, Phillips Morris. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Who's buying cigarettes still? Is that still a thing? So expensive. We always complain about how expensive a box is. I don't know how cigarettes are so. I tried a cigarette one time, Peter. Oh my goodness. I will do some drugs before doing that again. Give me some mushrooms. Give me like some Molly. Like just give me any. Oh my, the headache. The headache I got was unbearable. The nauseousness. It's just like I feel like my insides want to just rip out of me. This is crazy. And then people are smoking a pack. I again, I'm not judging, just talking about body tolerance. I don't know how. Maybe I definitely did it wrong because there's no way people could feel like that, or there's no way I'm that weak. Damn, I can't be that weak. I hope not. But my goodness, yeah, it was pretty rough. My first cigarette, I was like, wow. So I don't know what I did wrong, but after that, I never tried it again. And I was older too. I'm not like, it's not like I was like 15 like some of these kids are doing now. I was older. I was like 30 something. I was like 30. Yeah, it's like 35. Not maybe 28. Wow, never felt that sick. Clearly, I did something wrong. Yeah, nicotine for noobs is crazy. I guess. I mean, I had cigars before. Never had that effect. Oh, maybe a little weak, says Ninja. Nicki Minaj. And then Nicki Minaj trades low flow stocks. Like it. No, cigars I know you don't inhale, of course. Cigars you don't inhale. I assume some tobacco companies are booming because of Zyn pouches and vapes. I assume that's where they get their the nicotine. Yeah, their vapes is a big thing, right? Everybody's running around with the little pens and stuff. So SKHY might be in play. Let's take a look. SKHY. Great recovery. Not a great view at breakout though. At least not the pattern that I will be looking for. So not there. Oh man, Andrew's getting the move above 197.50. Another partial. So he's getting the recovery here. This is kind of what I expected. I expected a bounce back day today, and some of these stocks are doing it. Nvidia's going green,
Yep.
SpaceX going green.
SpaceX.
Yeah, this
really
is kind of what I
great
was.
recovery.
Yeah, what I like coming in here. I figured we were not gonna have such a sell-off day. We did. We had a great sell-off morning, but the recovery is coming into full swing now. Where did Andrew enter on Nvidia? He got in. His trade is not up right now on the screen, but he got in right around here, this area. He added as well. So yeah, I did. We had, man, watches was great. Besides Nvidia, I think Apple. Everything else was awesome. The downside. So my trade today was on SKHY. If you're just joining us, this was my trade here. 5-minute ORB. Partial. Add in error, but then got right back out. The plan was to get out. So, but yeah, we had a great watch list today. Apple was the only one that didn't look good. Nvidia looked horrible at the market open, and then SpaceX was a great short, beautiful recovery. It actually makes the short look like nothing happened. It makes it look like it was just choppy, but it was a nice short. But the move from 10.15 to now has been so big. That is a almost $8 move, and that it makes this look like nothing happened, right? But this was a very nice short, like $1 and change. So yeah, AMD, same thing. Even our secondary list look awesome. AMD, beautiful
Wow.
short.
I
Intel.
shouldn't have given up, I guess. I'm not sure. Would I have taken this long? I don't know.
Which one?
It was a tough to get into SpaceX long, in my opinion. Just with
Yeah.
the way my because if you're looking for the VWAP support and break, look how far it came back down below VWAP before it finally went. You know, like
I would have not taken that VWAP breakout.
No.
So, and let's say for some reason we would have taken it here, which we normally, this is not what it looks like, but let's say for some reason we've taken it here, probably one partial if that, and then stopped out for sure. And then I'm probably not going to get back in here. It just looks messy. That's a hard trade. It's a very hard trade. Very hard trade, but man, look at it go. Look at it go. You can short SpaceX now. We got more shares. I'm sure we do, right? Still the same 700,000. So it's not updating, but I'm sure there's more shares now. So it's going higher. You know, when it was dropping, it was probably hard to get shares, but I'm sure there's probably some shares to short it. Awesome. 36 likes to go. I'm going to start setting it up. I think we're going to get it. There it is. We'll set up this giveaway, friends. I'll give you the hashtag in a second. We'll do it. We'll do it today. We'll get 36 likes here. What should the hashtag be today, Peter? What are you thinking?
I think it should be hashtag upgrade.
Upgrade disaster, but it's just gonna be upgrade. But yeah,
Yeah,
upgrade.
just
I
upgrade.
like that. Just upgrade.
Yeah.
Don't update. That could have been a good one too. But it's long. I like
Yeah.
upgrade because it's just
Just upgrade. Yeah.
hashtag upgrade is in effect. Nate Butter, you're in. Ronnie, you're in. Sergio, you're in. Eddie, everybody is getting right in, so that's good. Awesome. Awesome. If you have a star next to your name, that means you are a Lambos and Garbage Truck member. So you get extra tickets in the box. Right, so all you stars right here, you get a little extra tickets in the box. Peter is in. All right. Matt Props, Miami is in. Chris MC is in. Good job, guys. Everybody's in. Frank is in. Bright Life for Kids is in. Everybody's jumping in. Awesome. All right. We'll get it going. Let me put myself in.
Yeah, get yourself in there.
Yep.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Good
How are
morning.
How
you?
we doing? I'm great.
good,
Thank you
man.
very much. Yeah, feeling good. I just
Good.
entered the draw myself.
Well,
Okay.
what color is this? This is, I don't know if you're green or red. What is this?
Uh-oh.
Is this blue?
Yeah, what
sorry.
is this? What is this? What does that
Feeling
mean?
sad? Ah, there
No-
we go.
No, it's green. So I
Okay.
just matched.
We're
I just matched
confused.
my t-shirt
I
today.
see.
Yeah.
We're confused with the colors there for a second. But all right, green is good. All right, let's see here. All right,
Peter,
we'll do
no
it. I
trades
know.
today.
No trace for
Sorry.
Peter. No, it's okay.
I had what ended up being an accidental simulator trade at the open, and then because of then I had to reboot my
Okay.
machine and software problems, and by that time I was so frustrated I just said, you know what, I'm not going to trade anymore because I just didn't want to take any risk. So
Yeah, your mind's not in it in the right way, right?
well, it's and I'm
Start
worried
chasing,
that
right?
yeah, you start
Chasing,
chasing
yeah.
things, you get frustrated, right? I'm like, I don't want to,
Yeah.
sort of put myself in that situation. So
For sure.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Good discipline as always. Are we at 500 already?
yeah.
We're missing
Yeah.
about 20, but you know what? We'll give these guys the benefit of the doubt. We're missing 20. We're 480. We'll do it
We're gonna
anyways.
get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. So we'll do it anyways now since we're here all set up. And I want to use the hashtag upgrade. That's a good one for today. All right, friends. The winner for today is going to Peter. Just kidding, Peter.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
You can't
come
play
on.
with me like that.
Just kidding. It's going to Rap Z09. Congrats, my friend. Congratulations. You are the winner. Send me an email,
Z's.
carlos@bearbertraders.com, and we will get you all set up. We'll get you all set up. So carlos@bearbertraders.com will get you a free funded account for you. So awesome. All right, guys, we will leave you with Kyle. Kyle, I'm not sure if Eamon is joining you because I know he has some computer issues.
Oh,
there
Eamon's
he
here.
is.
I see
He's
him.
here?
He's alive.
Hold on. So let me, because I did put Peter over Eamon since Peter was covering his slides. Let's change that. Let's bring Eamon in. There it is, Eamon. All right. We got
Oh,
Eamon. All right, guys. We'll let you to it, guys. Have a great rest of your day here with Eamon and Kyle.
thank you, team. Thank you, guys. Have a good rest of your morning. Mr. Eamon, you're traveling today, are you? Oh. Another green day. We're stacking them up. Yeah, good for you, you guess. Yeah. Okay.
I then took AAL. exactly as planned to the long side. And I lost 1.5 hours on this thing. Had a really tight stop loss, big dump. It's not that easy trade, but anyway, it is what it is. And I then took NVDA. NVDA was okay. I just lost half an hour on it, which was fine. So all in all, half an hour loser. Wait, someone is saying that the audio is not going through. Is it going through, guys?
No,
Okay, they
we
can
got
hear
you.
me.
You're good.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, 3 trades, SpaceX break-even trade, AAL down 1.5 hours, and NVDA down half an hour. That's it for me for today. Red day, accepting the loss, moving on, and we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. Now, you, on the other hand, the lucky you, had
Hey,
a
there's no
good day.
luck in this. Okay, this is no luck.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's pure skill, 100% skill, no luck. So this is what Kyle did. Want to go over it?
Yeah. So again, just 5-minute opening range breakout. I talked about this yesterday. I love seeing the 200 moving average on top of the stock. Again, grabbed a little liquidity on the 1 minute, and then I just anticipated the 5-minute opening range breakdown. I went in at the break, and then I added to it. I think there was 127,000 shares at 27.40. So on Market Atlas, I don't know how many was it. I can't remember. What was it? I think this picture's a little bit delayed. 27.20, I think it was. Anyways, regardless, there was a huge order to the downside. So I went in. I actually added twice to this thing, and my stop loss was a little big. And I was going to talk to you about this as well, but as a 5-minute opening range, when I put my entry in, and if I use it the technical stop loss on this, like my stop loss was like 30 cents. Is that too far away on my entry candle?
It was 25 cents. You're saying? I don't think it was too bad. It was probably supposed to be at least the high of the body candlestick.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and after that, you could move it tighter to 28, 27,
Okay.
92, 93. That would have been better.
Okay.
But I like
Because
it.
I mean, I waited for that, right? Because I wanted to cover my risk like we always talk about. So, I mean, it worked out really well. I'm up 4R on it, but it was just, I felt like my risk was too big, like the 30 cents. So I got all out at 10 o'clock. So it was around 27.20. I got all out. So it was a great move. It's just, I feel like my stop loss was way too big on this. So my question to you was going to be, when it kind of retraced around 945 on the 9 moving average, is that a better place to get in?
I don't really think so. I think it would have been somewhere around the 35-minute candlestick, judging by the 1-minute chart.
Yeah, okay.
It probably needed a pullback already. So I honestly like the way you traded it and the way you managed it. You did actually a good job on this one.
Okay. We'll take it as a win then.
Awesome.
I mean, it felt good. I executed my trade well. It's just like I felt like my stop loss was too far away from my entry. But anyways, all good. It worked out in the end.
Good job. Well, Mahidip, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Trucks. And guys, it's a little bit awkward around here because my second monitor is sitting up there. So it just doesn't feel convenient watching it. I still didn't get this setup ready. For now, at least. So you'll see me staring up a lot. I'm not praying. I'm not looking up the skies. I'm just looking at my second monitor.
Oh my. So you lost. I think this is the first time I've ever heard you say that you lost three in a row. You never hear that out of you.
You know, this actually shows. It tells you about the how trading works. I always say that you have, if you follow your own strategy and you've backtested it and you are good at it, you have a specific percentage win rate. And you know that in the long run, the numbers are going to play out. What you do not know is how many winners you're going to have in a row, how many losers you're going to have in a row, or how many losers in between your winners. Sometimes you get so lucky having 10 winners in a row. Sometimes it's just a tough period where you have 6, 7 losers in a row. Sometimes it's a win followed by a loss, win followed by a loss. And sometimes it's 2 winners followed by 1 loss. But anyway, the numbers are going to play out eventually. And this is just that day where I took 3 trades, all the trades failed, but to be honest, I feel confident about it and I feel okay with it because I know that most probably I'm not gonna jinx it, but I feel like tomorrow is going to be a green day because I already had my losing streaks today. Tomorrow should be better.
Love it. That's such a good mindset to have too, because you trust your numbers, right? The numbers don't lie, especially when you've been trading your style for as long as you have. You know you're going to come out on top of it, and that's such a good mindset to have. Is tomorrow, like tomorrow is going to be such a green day for me. I know tomorrow is going to be a great day. Just it just works out like that. Buddha, do you ever take a trade before 9:35? I really, really try not to. That's in my. I took one on what day was that? I think Friday. And yeah, it was the day that Eamon had his wife's birthday, but it was actually a nice fake breakout, and I just didn't partial. I got in the second minute, and I actually brought you up, Eamon. I was like, because you trade this way all the time, and I said Eamon would have partialed on this, but I didn't take a partial because my psychology was kind of thrown off because I usually don't trade within 5 minutes. But it was such a nice fake breakdown, and because we've been talking about this so much together, I saw it, and I just went in it. And it was just like out of impulse. And I had like a 10, 15 cent risk on it. And it moved like 30 cents, but I didn't partial because in my mind, I was like, I shouldn't be in this trade. Like, I shouldn't be in this trade. And then I got stopped out. And then I went back in at a 5 minute opening range to the short side and it worked out. So it's just interesting, Buddha. Like, you want to really stick to your strategy because when you step outside of it, even for a little bit, it really skews your psychology and it can affect your trading. And that's what happened to me on Friday. If you go back to the YouTube on Friday, you can watch that trade that I took, and I did a good breakdown on it. But yeah, for the most part, I don't trade within the first 5 minutes. I've just got chopped up so much. So I'm still learning to do it, and my risk management's getting a lot better. So maybe I'll address it in the near future. But right now, I feel good waiting for the 5 minutes, to be honest. It suits
I
my
used to do the exact
personality.
same thing. Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
do the exact same thing. The first 5 minutes used to chop me a lot. It's so volatile price action. You're either in too late, you're either getting subbed out with a big slippage, you're either hitting your daily goal within the first 2 or 3 minutes, or you're hitting your max loss within the first 30 seconds or 1 minute. So you
Yeah.
need to be really selective about the stock that you are playing in. But to be fair, I realized that my biggest gains in the long run are trades within the very first 5 minutes. But right now, I was not trading within the very first 5 minutes, I think for like 5 years after I started trading. It took me long time before I was able to develop a trade book around trading the open. And I bet you guys, and give it 1 year, give it 1 year. Next year, you'll see Kyle trading the very first minute because he's already an opening range trader. He will be noticing more and more things within the first couple minutes. I wouldn't say the very first minute, but maybe at least a 1 minute open range breakout. We'll see that. I'm
You're
sure of that.
you're not wrong. You're probably not wrong. Because I
I
feel
mean,
good right now. Like
mhm.
like I said, like 3 weeks ago, I was going through like I lost 8 days in a row, but now I'm on a 9 day winning streak, and it's just like the confidence. I don't know. Like I think one of my strong suits is not just a trader, but like as a human, is like I can bounce back from adversity pretty good. Um, and I feel like that really helps you as a trader. And exactly what you said about today, like you're gonna bounce back for tomorrow. Like you had a shitty day today, but tomorrow you're gonna bounce back. You're gonna have a good day. But like you need that resilience, and that's part of testing our strategy and doing all this back testing and journaling and doing all this is just because eventually you just callous your mind and you kind of just get numb to losing days are going to happen. They're absolutely inevitable. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's just going to happen some days. But like, how do you bounce back the next day? How disciplined are you going to be tomorrow? You're going to stick to your same strategy, your same thought process, and just execute how you would have today, anyways. And it's just going to be a different outcome because the numbers don't lie. And that takes time to really understand that and respect your process. And like, I'm only 3 years in and I still battle those demons all the time. But, looking at your numbers, it's like, I know how to trade. We know how to do this. We can execute. It's just some days it's the market just humbles you and just slaps you in the side of the head and just takes your money and there's nothing you can do about it. Just say, here's another $50. There's another 100. Take it. So,
I actually had
anyways,
this question when I was trading with Big Capital last time. I think it was last week. It was the last live trading session with Big Capital members, and it was my first red trading day there. But I did miss a move, and one of the members there asked me, "How are you calm missing a move? Usually, when I miss a move like this, especially after a loss, I feel nervous or I feel some FOMO." And I told him that the result of the day does not define you as a trader. Your winning trade or your losing trade doesn't define you as a trader. What you should care about most is your monthly results. And I know that by the end of the month, I'm going to be in the green. I'm
Yeah.
going to have my 40 or 50 hours. I don't know how my day is going to end. I don't know how my week is going to end, but I know that by the end of the month, the numbers are going to play out, and I'm going to be getting these 40 or 50 hours.
That is such a great statement. Like 40 or 50 R, like that is, that's what we all strive to. That's unbelievable. Yeah, but it's taken 10 years to get there, right? So I love it.
True.
Go ahead. I was
So
just reading
someone is
some
asking,
questions.
Amen, in Atlas, what is the green line and the red line means? Is it selling, buying it? It's not selling or buying. The red is the ask. So yeah, you could say it's selling order on the top. The green is the buy, which are the bids, which are the orders below. In the middle, which is up here, let me see if I can get my Epic pen. There it is up here. That's the current price. That shows you the current price. Anything above are selling orders. Anything below are buying orders. And you can see that on what's that? GM, yeah, GM. We have more more selling orders to the upside. But on the contrary, to what many people think, selling orders on the top doesn't mean that the price action is bearish. Market moves towards liquidity, and these sellers are sitting there with all these big share size up there because they know that the price is eventually going to reach them. That's why they're not selling at market. That's why they're not asking for less. They're asking for more. That's how you read the Atlas, in short.
Beautiful. Now is a new high of the day. Wow, this Service Now has been on a mission. I gotta maybe add this to mine.
You know, it's really unfortunate that my internet stopped during the pre-market show because I was about I want to have a small speech about Coca-Cola even before the earnings were there, and I anticipated this yesterday, and we talked about it last time Coca-Cola had their earnings. They figured out the markets. They survived all kind of wars, right? How long? Since 68, right? Coca-Cola has been there since 68, right? Let me just double check quickly.
I'm Googling it right now. I'm on it. Google
Let me
earnings
just double check that.
founded. Yeah, 1886, May 8th,
1886, sorry,
1886.
not 68, 86. And they literally survived World War II, World War One. They survived all kind of bulls and bears markets, and they know the game. They know that whether there is inflation, whether there is war, whether the world is ending, people are going to get that bottle of cola and enjoy a drink.
Now, isn't Warren Buffett like really heavy into Coca-Cola, or did he sell it all? I think
Not
he's in it, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, yeah. The fact that it's been around for that long has survived everything is unbelievable. What were their earnings?
I did not check them in detail. Like I lost my internet connection for like 1 hour between 2:30 p.m. my time, approximately till like 3:30 or
Global
3:40.
global unit case volume grew 5%, net revenue grew 7%, operating income grew 9%, operating margins up 35%. Holy, what are they like? Coca-Cola is in everything, right? Like, I think they're just like
It's in
it's
your
like
burger, it's in your electricity, it's in your blood.
I just think they're like an umbrella company for a lot of companies. Coca-Cola. Let's find out. Okay, they own Sprite, Fanta, Barks, Fresca, Aha, Dasani Water, Cold Break, Simply, like so much. Vitamin Water, all the Smart Water, Powerade. Yeah, I mean, they have their fingers in everything. Five Alive, Minute Maid, Fresca, yeah, I mean, Diet, clearly Diet Coke. So, well, congratulations to them and anyone who has Coca-Cola stock.
Exactly. All right, what are you guys watching now? Anything exciting?
Oh, thank you, Dan. There you go. Berkshire Hathaway holds 10% of O'Donnell. Oh, O'Donnell Coke. Okay. I thought it was more.
Well, look at it. It's all-time high, and the earnings were just amazing. I mean, look at this gap. I don't remember these gaps last earnings had.
Wow. Honestly, and Andrew's entry on NVIDIA was, I'm pretty sure it was just actually I mean, it worked out to be not only a 5 minute opening range breakout, but a 15 and a 30. He got in right as it squeezed above the 200 moving average and caught that whole move to the upside. That guy just picks winners all the time. It's crazy. Like out of nowhere, all of a sudden he'll just like it's like boom, I'm in Nvidia. It's like why? And then you look at it, it's like oh, it's a 5 minute, it's a 15 minute ORB, a 30 minute, and then he just makes a cool 25 grand and just sits back in his chair. It's crazy.
And you see, this is the thing about trading. It's not only about strategy. You could play 1 minute RB, you could play 10, 15, or 20. It doesn't really matter what RB or play. It's just about selecting the stock and timing the entry. A lot of traders, they want to learn how to trade 1 minute, 5, 15-minute RBs. But you do not trade an RB, a 15-minute RB simply because it's a 15-minute RB. You need to be able to tell that, okay, this one looks like it's a good one for a 1 minute RB or not. That one is better for to play a 15-minute RB. I don't want to rush the trade on that other trade or other stock.
Yeah, I've heard that people use Coca-Cola to clean like rust off of things. Like it just eats through everything. But it is good. I mean, I drink a lot of Coke Zero. I don't drink it's too much sugar, man. It's just so sweet. Like one can is like 30 grams of sugar. That is insane. When you actually measure out how much 30 grams of sugar is, it's
Mm-hmm.
so much and it's so bad for you. But hey, people love it. Anyways, NVIDIA climbing higher, 197.52. It's going to break the high of the day here. Small short on NVIDIA. Okay, Chris. This looks like a bit. I think it's going to break the high of the day right here. 64. Candy, you never drink soda pop? Yeah. I just, I don't know. It's just, it quenches your thirst. So, like a cold Diet Coke is just like, oh, God, it's so good. But water, drink your water too, okay, people?
I love these. I love to drink Coca-Cola or some similar drinks, but when you drink it, you don't feel like drinking water. So what I do is I start by drinking water, and then I have my cup of Coca-Cola. So it's not the best way
Okay.
to do it, but at least it's one healthy way to do it.
That's good actually, because you quench your thirst with the water, and then you can just enjoy a
Exactly.
couple sips of the Coke. Yeah, and then you don't drink
Yeah,
3 cans
exactly.
of Coke. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you drink Coke, you still feel thirsty.
Yeah. Robert, have you looked at your data on a 5 minute ORB versus the range? Yeah, the gap and go, as I call it, the break and retest is it the hit rate, the risk to reward is better. Yeah, but the 5 minute ORB, sometimes these days I'm finding you don't get a lot of follow through on the initial 5 minute ORB, but it depends on where you are, right? In the big picture of things, like you can't just look at the 1 and the 5. Like you have to know if you're in an uptrend, downtrend, if you're kind of consolidating, and that's all based on the higher time frames, right? So you need to know where you sit, and then you can kind of base your continuation off a 5 minute ORB based off of the higher time frame analysis and what trend you sit in. But the break and retest, if you're in an uptrend, you can get a little bit more follow through from my experience on the break and retest. So, but Robert, if you have any questions on it, email me, Kyle@bearbultraders.com. I have a whole playbook, like a PDF, and I did a strategy webinar. If you're a Bearable Traders member, it's in the back end there. I go into a lot of detail on it. So it's been really good to me. I love trading it. Just sometimes it doesn't set up right. And that's something I'm honestly, I feel like I'm getting better at is not taking it when it doesn't set up. But that's really over the last like 3 to 6 months. If it doesn't check all the boxes, I'm pretty disciplined now about not taking them. But um, there's still those days, right? When, it's hard for me not to take a trade some days, honestly. But, I feel as a day trader, you need to trade every day, but you don't. And that's something you need to work on yourself, right? Is If it doesn't check the box, just don't take it because you're really saving yourself money. Because if you start taking trades outside of your trade book, honestly, the market will just take your money. It's a funny way. It has a funny way of working out like that. So just be careful with that. Coco. I'm not in any trades right now. I finished off with SMCI. I'm not looking at anything. I'm kind of looking at it NVIDIA for a reversal, but it's too far away from it right now.
But is Syndicate sitting at one? Yeah, Syndicate sitting at around 1,000. Do you know that this thing lost over 50% of its value right now?
SNDK?
Yep.
Oh my God, why?
Probably because of this Chinese chip company that I don't know if you're aware of it or not. I forgot what its name. It IPO'd yesterday and it's up 486% in one single day, the day of its IPO. And
Oh, wait.
it's now worth $500 billion
Sorry,
with that
what was that
value.
company?
I need to double check, but I forgot what it
Oh,
was.
sorry, I thought you said it. Okay.
No, no, I don't really remember what it is. Let me see what it is. I think it is. Let me check.
Wow, SMCI is
Guys, can someone
moving.
remind us the name of it, of that company, if you are aware of it? But anyway, that company is up. Oh, CXMT. There it is. So it went 466% within its first day, and what they're trying to do is also, you know how China has some chip restrictions where it can't buy everything that it needs for its AI, so they decided to do it on their own. So it's considered to be a national champion right now. And if you guys look at it right now, all these chip companies, MU, SNDK, MB, they are crashing, they're dropping. But then you get a new IPO, which is also a chip company, but it is going up for 166%. Why is that? It could help China through the restrictions that they have. At the same time, it will be competing with these other companies that have restrictions. So it might sell chips that are cheaper. And you know how China does it. They have really smart people and they know how to make things better. So at an
Cheaper
affordable
and
price.
faster. Yeah,
Cheaper, faster, and more effective. Exactly.
yeah.
So
They're just
that could be, this could be one of the reasons why we're seeing SNDK and MU dropping down.
look at SMCI go. Holy hell. God. So this is like honestly, I kind of want to take because this is actually an opening range break. This is going to be that. It's going to be break high of the day and your 1 minute opening range breakup, 5, 15, 30, 1 hour. But it's pretty extended now. Just look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight candles of buying. I do have another bullet in the chamber. We'll see what happens here. What do you think of SMCI?
Let's see SMCI. SMCI. What do we have on SMCI? Daily chart looks. By the way, tomorrow would be an interesting day for a long on SMCI. Would be definitely worth keeping an eye on it. I love seeing this tiny consolidation on the daily chart around here. We broke below it, had a nice short, and now it's squeezing inside it, and it's also above this area slightly. So tomorrow we might have a nice squeeze on SMCI and probably on some of the chip companies as well. The hourly chart is tough one at the moment, and the 15 is tough. Honestly, I have no idea. Probably maybe after a pullback, you could go for a continuation, but it looks like it already did a big reversal and a big move.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That hammer at that doji at 11:15, that's when the party got started there. So I think it's pretty extended. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do it. I had a great day today. I don't want to ruin it. SKHY reports tomorrow. Okay, that could be something to look at for sure.
I have no doubt that they're going to beat all the numbers, but it's not going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough to do what?
It's not going to be enough for it to gap up after the earnings.
Oh, I see. I got you. Okay.
Dog, yes, I did buy, but not so much. I did not even announce this one. I forgot about it. It was just a quick buy at the end of the day with like 10% of my original swing trading buying power. So it's not even 10, maybe even less. So I did not even count it because I doubt I'll be making a lot of money on it or anything on it.
What did you buy? Sorry. Oh,
IBM at 204.
okay, nice.
But I was not confident about it, so it was a really small position. I honestly thought it's going to drop lower to 170 or to 180, for example. Then I would have bought it and I would have announced it. So try to scale into it.
204. That's a nice. Wow.
Yeah,
And what is it at now? 225. That's good.
yeah, but so the position is small. When you get 10% move, but on a small position, it's my swing trading account. Let's say it's 100%. 60% of it is in Meta, Netflix, and Microsoft, and only 8% of it in IBM. Usually up to 20% positions.
Hmm.
Yeah, green is green. I'm not gonna complain. You're right about that, Alex. Be happy about it.
SMCI just can't push through.
I think it is going to push through. We'll need small pullback, but it's a good pick.
Yeah, it needs to pull back, touch the 9 a little bit, then go. What's our buddy Market Atlas saying here? Little bit of everything. There's orders both to the top and downside. We'll see what it does here. I would like it to come back, touch the 9 at least. Give me, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it needs to pull back at least slightly. The 5-minute chart had 1, 2, 3, 4 candlesticks. This is the fifth. Even if it makes a new high, it's not going to be a big one. It needs a reset. The 15-minute chart is okayish without a reset because we had the reset at 11 o'clock. That's the first. So it could continue going higher on the 15-minute chart. Could pull back, but still it's possible for it to go higher. But the 5-minute chart definitely needs a reset.
Right. Okay. Okay, so we wait. We patiently wait.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, we did get five. I was gonna say, what happens if Carlos already did the giveaway and we didn't get to the 500 likes? What would have happened? Because we're at 505. He put a lot of trust in you guys. Chris, what are you trading? NVIDIA? Eddie, 5R on the day. Nice. Can't talk right now.
What's happening on Microsoft? All right, good one. I'm back to break even on my Microsoft trade. What about now for tomorrow? Now wasn't a bad one to trade today, but tomorrow it will be a tough one. We'll be sitting so close to this level at 113.34. But it still is tradable because we had a small fake breakdown on these days, and normally after a fake breakdown, the price never looks back. So you could anticipate the break of the high. I think it's not a bad pick. Eddie, how did you do today? I think I skipped that part. Well done.
What do you got going, Ben? Double top on 5-minute chart. Yeah, you're right. NVIDIA. Do you see a reverse ABCD pattern on NVIDIA on a 1-minute chart?
Take a look at that one. Looks like it, but it looks like a continuation on both the 5 and the 15-minute chart. Doesn't look like it might make a big continuation to the upside, but it's more long than short at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, where are the avocados? I did not take them with me today, this time. They are chilling somewhere else. Taking a small break from me. Actually, Ben calls this is probably why I had my worst trading day. I did not bring my avocados with me. SNDK for a reversal, it's a bit too late. When you play reversals, you want to play it closer to the lows. And the reverse and the bottom was between 50 and 70-ish. Where is view up, by the way? I think, oh, there it is, 110. Yeah, it's too close to view up, so. Yeah, I need my green sport group. If on the plot, have a great day as well.
Saeed, where's your entry on SMCI? He's asking you if you should add an SMCI. I personally think it would be a good ad because it could be a high of the day. It did pull back a little bit there, but it depends how if you got in earlier around like 11:20, 11:25, you could add in here because you've already made a lot on this trade, but see if you can get some
It,
continuation.
it could
2780. Oh, yeah, sorry.
it
Go ahead.
could pull back slightly. It could pull back slightly before going to the high of the day, but you're right as well. It could just simply rip up. But on the 5-minute chart, I would bet more on a pullback. At least to move below the 2840-ish. So since there is a high probability of it going down there, you could use that for an ad.
It's a scary little doji on the 1 minute on SMCI there. See what happens here. This could sell off here. Come on.
Does Atlas use lots or orders? It's not lots. This looks like exact all the orders here, 963, 933. It's probably not lots. Please doesn't look like it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Dylan. Yeah, you follow me on Instagram. Okay, you were sending me your trades this morning. That's nice to chat with you. Thanks for joining the chat room. AMD is doing good work along with AVGO. Let's see what we got here, Mr. Pat. AVGO. Very nice. Choppy little open, but I think the SPY is starting to move up now too, so we're getting a bit of movement there. SPY is at, what is that, 741.60. High of the day is 741.90. Intel's just a bit short of that, Ben. I think it needs 3, 4, 5, another 40 cents, and it'll be at the high of the day. Mhm.
Let's take a look at the SPY and the Qs. What's the market doing overall? Yeah, you see, everything we're seeing around here from SMCI, from NVDA, it feels like they're following the exact same path as the SPY around here. Yeah, and the NVDA is still going higher. And remember, when we did say that it's more long than short, it doesn't mean that it's going to offer a good risk to reward ratio to the long side. We just knew that it's more likely to go to the upside, but I don't think it's going to be a big move to the upside because it already did a decent run. I like the colors behind you, Kyle. There is a whole green party behind you with a few extra other colors.
I must have hit that. Oh well, we're having a disco here today. Can you see that? Oh, I guess you can. Oh, on
No, we can't see
on
that.
VMix you can. Can you see it on YouTube? Oh, you can too. Huh. Let's just put that back to green. It's a distraction, hey?
It's okay. It's not distraction. Enjoy your time.
Kyle's enjoy your time. Kyle's at a rave. Hey, I had a great day today. I feel great, honestly. Things are good. Candy, I'll start. If I take one more trade and win, I'll do a dance party for you. You don't want to see me
I
dance.
guess
It's awful.
I'll have to jump off. I think there is delivery. Not so long, just a couple of minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely not. You're not allowed. Have a look at IO and Q, you guys. These quantums and these semis, honestly, they're just getting crushed again on the IO and Q. I mentioned this on my Instagram recap video yesterday, but I'm telling you, when this 200 moving average is on top like this on the 1 minute chart, it like at least 70% of the time it's a short. And that's what I did on SMCI today. The 200 moving average and the 50 were right on top on the first candle. Sing some I don't know what STYX is. Do I? STYX. I don't know what that is. I know I probably just lost some aura with you, I guess, eh? As the kids say. But yeah, look at SMCI. Okay, look at where the 200 moving average is, right? The 50, it comes up, grabs a little bit of liquidity on there, and then boom, sells off. So just be careful, like I was saying yesterday, draw out your 1 minute opening range break traders, right? So do the orbs, calculate roughly. A lot of 1 minute opening range break traders, I feel, put their stop loss in the middle of the candle because there's so much volatility. So if they're risking 20 cents, if they get that, you can anticipate the bounce, or that's a good entry to get ready for your 5 minute opening range to the downside. That's exactly what I did on SMCI today. It broke the range, so I went short twice. I actually added twice onto my initial position, and I'm up like $1,000 on this trade. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail. I don't know what he says after that, but that's what you get. Kyle, when you're looking at the 200 SMA during your orbs, do you look for the 1 minute? I look at it on the one. So honestly, like just working alongside Eamon as long as I have been now, like I look for my levels now on the 30 and the hourly chart just for targets, and then I use Market Atlas for confirmation of that. But when the 200 moving average is on top like that, I'm telling you guys, like, and this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial guru or anything like that, but I'm finding a lot of success shorting stocks when the 200 and the 50 are on top like this. And yes, like the market right now in the semiconductors and quantum stocks, it's pretty bearish at the moment. So as it kind of shifts back to it, you need to be aware of that as well. But right now, we're definitely in a downtrend for quantum stocks. So as this happens, more often than not, that 200 moving average, I'm telling you guys, like just think about it. If you're an opening range breakdown trader or break trader, I should say, or the gap and go, like I'm
Hi
making.
guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, you're
Thank you
good.
for rescuing me.
No problem. I'll send you a life jacket or a life preserver anytime, buddy. You just tell me. But yeah, I'm finding a lot of success in these opening range breakdowns and the breaking retests on these quantum stocks right now because they're not selling off hard, but it's definitely shifting the market a little bit. So just something to add to your trade book and your mindset, right? Is um, that
Hmm
200 moving average. Just be aware of it when things are selling off. Like during COVID, it was like cruise ships and whatnot, right? And then there's always these things that kind of come into the market. Then it was semiconductors, and it's quantum computing. There's always these sectors that come into play, right? And sector mania, we like to call it, right? So initially, people are buying up on it. People get FOMO, so a lot of people buy into these stocks, right? But eventually, so many people get into them, they get overextended a little bit, and then it's a good time to look for some shorts, and that's what's happening right now. So you have to be able to adjust on the fly, and just be aware of where we're sitting in the market. So yeah,
Yeah, and you see guys, SMCI, it pulled back to 28.42, the exact same price, almost to the penny that we were talking about. Because like we're saying, the 15-minute chart was still looking good for long because we had the reset around here. But the 5 did not have the reset. That's why we needed to wait for this drop around here to utilize it as a pullback. And now it's looking good for a second leg up.
what else we got in the old chat room here? As someone who has been professionally trained to sing, you love my karaoke. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, come sail away with me. That's right. Got you. Um, Kyle, please switch to SMCI for explaining. Yeah, I think Eamon just nailed it, right? It looks like it's going to break the high of the day here. Just be careful. It got the pullback that we talked about around 11:45. So it lost a 9, but it held the 20 on the 1 minute chart. Came back up through it. There's a little hammer there around 11:45. So a little bit more buying will come in there. After the hammer, look at the buying volume that came in around 11:46. So I mean, this thing could go just Enter at your own risk.
You took in BIS. Oh, yeah, that still looks interesting. Everything seems to be slowly grinding higher. It's tough to get wrong on these ones.
Saeed, you're long iron. Okay.
But give me just a second. And
Saeed,
I'm back, guys.
what's your
This is
target?
cool.
You got Amazon at your door?
Yep, Russian
Alright.
Amazon. It's called Ozone.
Is that what it is? Ozone?
Yes,
Who's Russia's Jeff Bezos? Like who runs it?
I have no idea, but I know that I don't know. It's like Wildberries and Ozone competing with each other, and Yandex. I think three big markets competing with each other.
Hmm.
I would say that Wildberries is dominating with this type of sales and stuff.
Wild
Wildberries.
Wild berries owned by Putin.
No, by him, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm. Russian oligarchs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. It's Tatiana Kim.
Frank, Jeff Bezos-Vostelsky. Probably.
I like this one,
That's pretty
Frank.
funny, Frank. Yeah.
Ozone Prime.
Someone's knocking at my door. What? Saeed, where's your stop loss on iron? You went long. Yeah, I mean, you went long. What'd you say? 1147? Looked like a bit of a spinning top there at 34.75. Get out. The SPY must be rolling over a bit. SPY got to 172, no, 142.45 and then rejected. What is that? R3? Yeah.
Well, will it be finally a good day for the SPY? By the way, if we manage to close as a bullish candlestick today on the SPY, we might have a really good runner tomorrow. You can see that this is probably one of the strongest levels the SPY has held in a long time, and it rejected it for 3 times in a row. And
Yeah,
if it
Andrew was
manages to
actually
close,
talking about that, like
oh, was he?
738 or so. How many
Yes,
touches it's had? In and around
it's
there, I think he said 735 or something. Yeah.
exactly. So it's been rejecting this level for enough time right now. So we are going to get that momentum there. Who knows? Maybe slowly back to all-time high. There it is, my ozone.
Yeah. Ben, the giveaway already happened. It was earlier. We did it when there was 480 likes.
A bit of
Carlos was
cheating,
feeling
but still.
optimistic. Yeah, he knew you guys were to come through as always. Who did win? I think it was some Raf. I think somebody Raf. I can't remember the name to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no sleeping in class. Come on, stay focused. Eyes ahead. Is Carlos going to do the lottery for a funded account? It's more than 500. Is my mic on? Hello, can you guys hear me? Hello. We already did it. Come back tomorrow. We'll do it again maybe. See how generous Carlos is feeling tomorrow. Iron. NBIS is loading. Oh yeah. What did SpaceX end up doing today? Oh, it had a nice bounce back. Holy. What was it? It came down to $1.07. Holy hell. So we're gonna buy maybe I'll do my first swing trade ever if it comes down to $100.
So after all, you got convinced by that $100 number.
I like it. It's a good psychological number. It's $35 under the IPO. I mean, it could be a double down zone for those people who bought in. So
A temporary discount, like Netflix says, a
yeah,
limited time series, limited time offer.
that's right. Yeah. So what it came down to is that's all time low then, right? 107. It must be.
Yeah, it made the
Yeah.
all-time low today,
Yeah.
and it bounced nicely from it. We might find a small good run to the long side tomorrow.
Okay, let's watch for that.
Yes, Frank, we had the giveaway at
Frank, you
11.
yeah, he's being he's being a comedian. He's just trying to piss us off, I think.
Oh, come on, Frank.
Oh yeah.
And I fell for it. I suck.
I've never even met this guy. I just know that this guy's he's a comedian for sure. He's
And I
taking
just
the
fell
piss
for
out
it.
of us. Yeah. Exactly. So he won. Yeah. Good
Can I
on you
use the
anyways.
mute button?
Just can you block him
Just
for
a
12
revenge.
hours? There you go. Okay, what did SMCI do? See, and this is the thing about even like SMCI, like the old me would have taken that trade. Like when we were talking about it around like 11:40, and I would have got stopped out. I would have gave back some of my money. I just like I don't know. The patience thing is you really need to build your patience as a trader, and it's really hard not to just as a newer trader just push buttons and just like gamble because it can just be like that. And like for all the newer people in the chat room, it's just like you if it's not in your trade book, if it's not in your strategy, don't do it. Just wait. And you'll find things like you can trade all day if you want, or you can wait for it setup all day, but just don't chase things that aren't there. I would have got stopped out on SMCI 100%. I probably would have got in at 11:35. I would have told myself it was a good volume spike. I would have told myself there was like a hammer at 11:34, and I would have got in that trade. I would have got stopped out for sure. The way that I trade, I have no business being in this right now. Like there's no I'm not checking any boxes. And it just comes with time, patience, and understanding. Frank, you're gonna buy me 100 beers. Perfect. Yeah, I've never actually been to a BBT meeting. I know Eamon went to the one in Thailand, I think he said, but he's never
Yeah, it
been
was the only
to
one.
he's never been to the motherland of North America. But yeah, I look forward to meeting a lot of you guys. So I'm sure there'll be another meetup this year at some
Yeah,
point.
there hasn't been one in a long time. Wait, no, there was one. Was it in June or was
I
it
think
in
in
May? The Egypt one.
The Egypt, yeah, I think that was May or June. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, and we had a December one in Thailand.
I think he was mentioning maybe Dallas. I think he said Dallas a while back, or yeah, Dallas or Florida. I think he said, but it's always nice when they're. I mean, it's easy for us in North America because it's usually just one or two flights. But for Eamon, he's got to take a week off, and he just he's just a baby. Like he can't be doing that unless you bring the whole family. But
And you're skipping the most difficult part, getting a US visa.
oh yeah, that's not gonna happen, eh? We'll just Skype you in. We'll just have you on the big board and just have Eamon just sitting there.
Exactly. That could work.
I'll bug Andrew. I'll see. We definitely need one. Yeah. Tesla is ripping. Let's see. Oh yeah, wow. Gonna break high of the day, 309.30. Imagine doing this game without a family to be with. It wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't be as worth it. And that's something like I was talking about on Friday too. It's just like we're trying to build something special here, right? Like your legacy, you're doing this for your family. And it's hard to give up on these things, right? Like we got about a minute left, but when you put so much time into learning to trade, and that's, when I had my blow up days with my funded accounts, like the days that I blew one up and I bought another one that same day, it's just because I was telling myself like I've put 2 to 3 years of my life into this. Like I cannot give up at this point. So even if you're fighting those demons and you're having those tough days, just know that this is possible, but you really need to put the work in every single day. And the people that show up and learn and ask these questions every single day are the ones that are going to survive this game. But if you're just showing up and you're not journaling and you're not doing those things every single day, you're just going to become another number. And, so we want you to be successful. So do the funded accounts, go to tradingterminal.com, go in the replay simulator, sign up for P Capital, do all these little things that aren't little, and the outcome will be good for you guys. So it's 10 o'clock. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Eamon, take care of yourself, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you guys on YouTube. Have a good day. We'll see you
Cheers,
tomorrow.
guys.
Bye, guys.